is where we begin.
Gordon's going to fake it to Hooks. He's going to roll out to his right. Misses the tackle, puts it deep.
Oh, look at this.
And complete to number 25.
Aaron
Down
Rowland.
The 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown.
There you go.
Pinnacle. All day, all day, all day.
Run, Brian, run.
Nope, there it is, there it is. It's an end.
Boom. Boom.
There's Gillis Run.
Yeah, oh my God. Goodness. Wow. One-handed, incredible.
That is one of the greatest catches I've ever seen.
Well, here we go. Another night of Pinnacle Pioneer football. You've got Andy Polito riding shotgun with me is the illustrious Brian Beeler. And we've got our wonderful production crew and our camera people out working in the 108-degree weather here in sunny Phoenix. Brian, before we get started here, I wanted to ask you, we were both at the game last week.
Yep.
Let's start with some good takeaways. What did you see that we have that worked out positive that we can build on?
Yeah, I mean, the score and the stats are going to tell the story of what happened up in Flagstaff, Arizona this past Saturday against the La Cueva Bears from Albuquerque, New Mexico. First off, I think, to set the record, if you didn't see this game, it was really, if you just take it from a pure football perspective, it was very exciting. Not a great result for the Pinnacle Pioneers as we lost in double overtime, but you look at what we went up against last week, and not just the number one team in the state of New Mexico year after year in La Cueva. We went up against a quarterback that was, 6'4", 225, and fast. Yeah. He was rolling off yards, and then we had on the defensive side a linebacker that was just described by everybody in the stands and the players in the field after I talked to him as a monster. Given all that, Pinnacle performed well. We were in that game the whole way, and even though we gave up a little bit of a lead at the end, got it to double overtime, almost beat the number one team in the neighboring state of New Mexico, and there were some good performances. I mean, we had 5 sacks on this quarterback that was supposed to be legendary, and that's impressive. Dean Vincent had a great game, had one of those sacks. We had Gavin Hammond showing off with 75 yards of rushing, Xavier Valdivia with 52 yards on his own. So we, Wyatt Horton had a 1 touchdown pass, had another 2 touchdown rushes. This was not a bad game, and I was trying to explain to the kids I was talking to after the game and through the week that there's so many positives to be taken from this. The medal that they should have built within themselves after going up against that hard defense and offense and coming out almost on top. Just an incredible showing by Pinnacle last week, I think, and I'm proud of them, even though we didn't come out on the winning side.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking when you get down to literally just under 2 minutes with a 15-point lead. But the games like that build character, and a little character never hurt anybody. I have a couple of big takeaways from last week. As you had mentioned, Gavin Hammond was a great showing, put on a great show last week for us. Jack Gazier, he was the guy on my card that, honestly, if I had to hand out a game ball last week, if we'd have won that game, I'd have given it to Jack Gazier all day long. Yeah. And Alex Lugo. Alex Lugo was a very pleasant surprise. Now, the rest of the year, Alex, you're going to have to perform because you're not going to be a surprise anymore because you're going to do it day in and day out. We know that's going to happen. And I don't know. I think we're going to have a nice game here tonight. I hope that we don't take this lightly. The Tolleson team puts in just as much work as we do. And you just got to be prepared for what's coming at you.
Yeah, I've been an Alex Lugo fan for several years now. I've been watching him for on the freshman team and on the Varsity and the JV team last year. The kid is a stud. He carried that JV team last year on a win over Liberty High School, the number one team in the state of Arizona, and he just performed. He had a run back that was actually called back, unfortunately, by a block in the back on about the 10-yard line, but clearly he had 10 yards on anybody, had a run back for a touchdown on a punt that ended up being a touchdown anyway. Wyatt Horton ended up running it in.
Yeah.
So incredible performance by him. Glazier with that pick six interception. I mean, what a standout game he had. We called his name so many times, especially in the first half.
Yeah. So one thing we saw last week, which I trust we're going to see this week, and that is pressure on the quarterback. Pressure on the quarterback is key. And even though the gentleman last week was very poised and very strong, he's a big man standing there in the backfield, we put a little bit of pressure on him with Dirty Dean Vincent and the gang, and he made mistakes. And the beneficiary of the biggest mistake was Jack Gazier being alert, hands on the ball, quickly in the end zone, 6 points, good way to start the game.
Yeah, great way to start the season for him as well. And we were going to depend on Jack and those guys this year. We're going to go up against some good offenses this year. And the other thing I'll say about this game coming in, we'll talk a little bit about Tolson as we get closer to game time. This is a real chance for Wyatt Horton to get back here. Tough game last week against La Cueva for Wyatt, but he was running for his life a lot of the game and still performed very well. Last year, Wyatt, if you remember, in this game, tore them apart, had a field day, had his way with Tolleson downfield, and really an opportunity for Wyatt to get going.
Yeah, that was nice. Last year it was in the confines of the Pinnacle Coliseum, which I always like playing at home. This year we're on the road, of course.
Yeah.
Wyatt is, in my opinion, he's so much greater than what we saw last week.
Yes.
He's a born leader, and he continues to lead. And I think this week we're going to see some really fantastic stats put up. In a minute, folks, we're going to kind of cool down on the broadcast and all the voices that you hear, simply to honor this great country and the flag as the color guard brings it out. It looks like we've got a group of ROTC Marines on the field in their dress blues.
Very cool.
They got the Marine flag flying, and they've got the American flag. We'll honor Old Glory with the Star-Spangled Banner here in just a minute, and we'll be silent, and that's going to take place here in just a second. So, folks, don't go anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're just giving the honor that this flag deserves. And there you have it. Honor of the national anthem as sung by that fine young lady from Tolleson High School. She did a great job. We lost audio for a little bit, but her voice stood out among the silence here in the stadium. Y'all, folks at home, I know you couldn't hear that, but just as every time I hear that wonderful song, I get goosebumps. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely, and she did a great job at it and powered through the microphone going out in the middle of it. So let's talk a little bit, Andy, about where we are, what we're doing here tonight. So we are not in the forested confines of Flagstaff. We're not even in the friendly confines of Pinnacle High School. We are in what can only be described as kind of the hot box that is Tolleson High School Stadium down here. Game time temperature is about 105 degrees. If you're not here in the Phoenix area, we are having a little bit of a late summer heat wave. Broke a couple records this week for high temperatures. So it's going to be a hot one. Just as the boys were struggling for oxygen last week, they're going to be going after the drinks and anything cold they can find on the sidelines with as much gusto. Tolleson comes in similar to Pinnacle. They had a night this week where they unfortunately took a loss to the Mountain Ridge High School from Glendale, Arizona, 28-0. We were talking to the broadcasters from Tolleson, and apparently their quarterback Johnny Rogers went down with a broken hand. They lost Tyson Howard, who was their lead running back last year. So a little bit of a dicey start for their season. They were 3-7 last year. One of those losses was to Pinnacle High School, 49-19, and it could have been a lot bigger than that. As I mentioned earlier, Wyatt Horton had just a field day of a game. But what do we have to look out for Tolleson? Well, it's their running game. Last week, even though their lead running back was out, number 22, Amari Mitchell, ran 17 times for 95 yards. And then A. Scott Jr. ran 16 times for 90 yards. So a lot of running last week for them. And so our linebackers and defensive line are going to be pretty busy out there, Andy. I think, the freshman team beat them 49-19. The freshman team beat them also this week already. But this is a good chance for Pinnacle to get back right on track and start their home turf season off well.
Yeah, very well put on the summary of what Tolleson is doing as they come into this game, as well as what Pinnacle will be doing as they come into this game. One of the things that I'm looking forward to as our team captains make their way onto the field is I want to see what our linebacking core does and our defensive ends do tonight. They had a good game last week. They were contained sometimes and they weren't. And I have to say this too. My opinion, I think the Pinnacle offensive line did about as good a job as I've seen the Pinnacle offensive line do in at least the last 3 to 4 seasons. Wyatt ran a little bit when he got out of the pocket where he was scrambling quite a bit. But when he stayed into the pocket, he had a solid pocket and he had protection around him. And I love it whenever Wyatt stays upright because we've got accurate throws and we have scoring that goes on whenever we're able to do that.
Yeah, and I think the major halftime adjustment we saw last week was in the defense, where that quarterback was kind of getting through in the first half. Second half, they controlled that running back and really played good layers on defense in the second half, and that allowed Pinnacle to stretch their lead. We have 4 captains out there. Looks like we got Ethan Lanese out there. He is injured but still out there representing. Wyatt Horton, number 15, our quarterback. Xavier Sanders, defensive back, number 20, and Cade Majora, offensive lineman, number 73.
Hey, real quick, I talked to Cade Majora last week after the game, and Cade tells me that he's going to bring it tonight as an offensive lineman.
Nice.
I'm not sure what that means, but Cade's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's ready to rake some havoc out there with these would-be rushers coming across from Tolleson. So, Cade, do exactly what you told me last week, and we'll be happy.
As far as stats on rushing and quarterback pressure for Tolleson, both last year and in their game this past week, not putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They don't put a lot of sacks on the board. So again, this is an opportunity for Wyatt to go crazy. One other other major area from last week that we really need to be see cleaned up, Andy, is penalties.
Yeah.
Especially on the defensive side, we could have really had a more of a blowout win last week if the penalties weren't in place. We had a few personal fouls, a lot of offsides, things like that. So cleaning that up, especially on the defense side, will go a long way tonight.
Yeah, I completely agree. Hey, before we get started, Brian, I want to give this credit and talk a little bit about the program here. Pinnacle Football, we want to do a huge and a very gracious thank you to our incredible sponsors for the generosity supporting our 2024 players in the football program again this year in many cases. Our sponsors are the ones who make it possible to maintain a premier football program and compete at the highest levels across the state. Fans, please do us a favor, support your sponsors when seeking any quality establishments and services for both personal and business needs, and visit pinnaclefootball.com to view our sponsor page and click on any sponsors ads on the website. Those are the folks that make it work for us. And without further ado, I got to do this. Our main and our title sponsor is the powerful and mighty Liberty GMC. You know, the pioneers play with heart, and Liberty GMC delivers professional grade with a lion's heart out there. Pioneer parents, check out the exclusive discounts at Liberty GMC. The dealer you know, the service you trust. That's Liberty GMC. Again, the title sponsor for Pinnacle Pioneer Football, and a wonderful program we've got. Brian, we've got the Pinnacle Pioneer Gladiators on the field right now as they move over. It looks like we had a penalty to start the game, unfortunately.
So everybody saw what was going on there. So Ryan Orzal had a decent kickoff. Kickoff has run back pretty well. The tackle was made actually by Ryan Orzal as well, number 44, but unfortunately he posted up a little bit on the whole sidelines, and I think they got him on a personal foul there. So Tolson is going to get some good field position. They're going to start on the Pinnacle 45-yard line to start the game here.
Pinnacle comes out with a 3-down lineman set, 1 man up. That's Dirty Dean Vincent, 3 linebackers, and the defensive backs are in place. It's a run, cut off to the right, stays on his feet, stumbles across down to about the 37-yard line, and he's going to be about 2, maybe 3 yards shy of a first down on that run. It's going to bring up our second down with 3 to go.
And that number 4 that ran the ball is Amari Mitchell. I mentioned him in the intro. He had 95 yards last week, so this is a guy we really want to watch out for.
Absolutely. Back to the same set. Now we've got 4 down linemen up in the front. We've got 3 linebackers across the box, and our defensive backs lined up. Here's the snap. A shotgun bounces off a guy, throws it at the feet of his intended receiver, covered by, that was number 20. That's Pinder, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm sorry, Xavier Sanders. Nate and Nate's mom, I know you guys are out here right now. I saw you guys in the gym this past week. I think Xavier's going to have one heck of a game tonight as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if that guy dropped it on purpose because he heard the footsteps from Mr. Sanders coming. All right, Tolson addresses the ball again. They've got 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They've got an extra blocker in there right now. We're going with the same set. 3 down linemen, 1 linebacker. Here comes the snap. It's an inside handoff up the middle. Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling, and he is up to just close to the first down, but I don't believe he got it.
It's going to be close. The referee is right on the line. Tolson believes they have it. And they are moving the chains. Looks like they do have a first down, but good defensive stop there. The ball is going to be on the 35-yard line at Pinnacle now. We are at 11 minutes, 12 seconds left in this first quarter. Game just getting started.
You know, they can give up as much as they want as long as they don't give up points.
The bend, but not break, right? We went through that last week.
Once again, 3 wide receivers left. And, you know, regardless of how many wide receivers we're going to see a lot of runs out of Tolson tonight, but we might see a pass here. Nope, it's a run right up the middle again, just as they have been. A nose tackle getting in on that. That was number 8, Owen Pimbert with the tackle linebacker right up the middle.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was talking again with the Tolleson broadcast crew, and they honestly did not know who was going to play quarterback tonight because there were so many injuries from last week. Looks like we have Aiden Vasquez, number 19, handling the ball.
We also have
he is a sophomore. He was listed at 5'8", 155 pounds. So we may see, like you said, a lot of running, a lot of ground chuck tonight. Looks like there was a penalty.
Sadly, we're seeing penalties early on in the game. They just now walked it off. The Tolleson team the Wolverines now are at the 20-yard line of Pinnacle. All right. I think that this is the time where the quarterback for Tolson takes a shot right here. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the back to block. Nope, he hands off as normal. He dances around the left side over the left guard and goes forward to about the 16-yard line of Pinnacle.
Yeah, it's kind of what you would expect given their situation. They've got some good running backs based on their performance last week, and the quarterback, not with a lot of experience, we're guessing. He is a sophomore and running over to the sidelines for each play to get the play from the coaches. So I think they're probably going to treat him very conservatively. Hopefully Pinnacle can see this and make the adjustment pretty quickly here.
Hey, Brian, keep an eye on this, the matchup with Xavier Sanders on the right side or the near side of the field for us with this tall wide receiver.
Number 18.
Nope, he hands off again. Unfortunately, this guy takes it all the way down to about looks like the 3-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for the Wolverines of Tolleson.
Yeah, that was Amari Mitchell again on the run, and he is dangerous. And as we talked about in pregame, this is what Tolleson has. They have a decent running game, and Pinnacle is going to have to stiffen up. It's hard though, Andy. They are spreading it out. They've got 4 wide receivers still able to run the ball very effectively.
I'm thinking run again. What do you think here, Brian? Let's bet.
Undoubtedly.
Vegas odds gave it a 100% chance. We see a helmet rolling into the field. Hey, while we have a second here, while these guys regroup, I want to tell you, I just got a text message from Lori Denelli. That's Blake and Blake Denelli's mom, and she tells me that her mother would love to hear a little shout out. Well, guess what, Grandma? It's Nini in Cedar Falls, Iowa, watching the game tonight. We are so happy that you were with us. I hope you're not eating that Swanson TV dinner as we've done before. I hope you're enjoying what you see so far, and we're going to see a whole bunch of Blake Denelli tonight. So thanks for joining us tonight from the Denelli grandma.
We've got second and goal from about the 1-yard line for Tolleson.
And he is very close, and they're not going to give it to him. He's inside the 1, but not across the goal line.
Surprised we didn't see a false start there. It was an odd start to the play. Looked like there might have been a little bit of jump on the Tolleson line, but no flag on the ground, and the ball's pretty much in the same position, about the half-yard line. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left here. 3rd down for Tolleson.
It's hot out there, but you know what's nice is we've got a sponsor, Prime IV Hydration. Fuel your game with IV therapy from Prime IV. They're on High Street in City North. Unleash the champion in you with Prime IV Hydration. Here we go with another spread offense. 3 wide receivers left, a running back right up the middle, and he does not get in.
I saw number 77 there, Brady Boquist, getting pass rush specialist, but did a great job on the run right there. Good job, Brady.
Don't you mean Brady Boquist?
Brady Boquist, the boogeyman.
Okay, it's. I thought this was 4th down. Is it 4th down? Yeah, it looks like it's 4th down. Okay, here we go. 4th down, just under a yard.
Yeah, ball remains in the same position. 7 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock.
There's not a lot that's going to fuel the excitement and the adrenaline in a football team than stopping another team from going into your end zone inside the 1-yard line. So, everybody, don't cross your fingers, but do say a prayer. We need just a little bit of help here, but I think the Pinnacle team is up for this challenge.
Yeah, the clock is running, but the game clock, the 40-second clock isn't running, so we don't know exactly what's going on here with Tolleson. Then perhaps they're going to call a timeout. Yes. Tolleson ran the clock down to 7 minutes and 10 seconds left and then called a timeout. Either they were doing that on purpose or confused about the play, but maybe they're going to rub a lantern down there and try to get a genie because they need some help here to score a touchdown on 4th down. Speaking of genies, you got your brand genie. Let your brand genie grant your wish for the perfect small business promotional items with no minimums. That's great. Don't have a minimum order? You have a little order? You can go right to Brand Genie. Visit them online at yourbrandgenie.com.
Yes, and let's say thank you, please. Wonderful sponsor, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Phoenix is providing premier self-defense program for the whole family, serving our community from 2 locations. That's Tatum and Thunderbird and Bell Road in the 51. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football.
How about Lux Rally Travel? Whether planning a weekend getaway or a month-long adventure, let Lux Rally Travel, that's spelled Luxrally, by, guide you to your resource. They are your resource for all things travel related. That's Lux Rally Travel.
Here we go. Tolson comes up to address the ball. The Pinnacle Warriors on the field with a tight formation. 2 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. I'd be willing to take whatever odds you want that they're going to run this thing right up the middle, and they're going to go, in my opinion, over the left guard or left tackle.
It would be interesting to see if they just pulled everybody off the receivers to see what Tolson would do here, because it's going to number 4, Amari Mitchell. But it'll be interesting to see. Let's see if this quarterback maybe has some wheels. We'll see.
We need to stop it up. I mean...
Oh, he tries to sneak.
He does not get it. He does not get it. That was one heck of a goal line stand by the Pinnacle Pioneers. It's the bend, not break.
Yeah, that's a tough ask for a sophomore quarterback at 5'8" and 155 pounds to do a quarterback sneak up the middle.
And who's the one that came in and did it? Dirty Dean Vincent. Number 8 shoots across the line like a bullet. You know what he looked like to me? He looked like an angry unicorn on Red Bull, hopped up, ready to go.
Great, like you said, bend but not break stand by the defense there after getting run on pretty vigorously for the first several plays. Pinnacle's going to take the ball. It was a little bit of a loss, so they're almost on the 2-yard line, their own 2-yard line. Wyatt Horton is lining up way back in his own end zone. 7 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. Here comes Pinnacle's first offensive stand.
Out of the shotgun again, 2 wide receivers on each side, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. He looks back, looks left, throws left. The ball is caught at the 10-yard line, to the 15, to the 17, pulled down at the 18.5-yard line by a pack of Wolverines from the other side of the ball. That was Xavier Valdivia.
Yeah, great play. He found his way from the backfield out into the flat to Wyatt's left, and good reception, good gain, first down for Pinnacle.
This is what you call breathing room. 3 wide receivers again to the right, 1 to the left, 1 running back. He drops back. Valdivia comes out of the backfield. Wyatt rolls right, throws right. He's got a man. He's got it at the 35-yard line of Pinnacle where he's pushed out. I'm not sure who that was, but I think it might have been Postel. Deuce Postel.
Yeah, what a difference we've already seen in Wyatt Horton throwing bullets right between the numbers tonight versus last week, overthrowing a few receivers. Great job, Wyatt.
Yes. Now we got a handoff, and this guy goes to the right to the 45, 50, 50, 45, down to the 40-yard line of the Wolverines right now. That looks like Valdivia again. Let's make sure we got the right guy.
Pinnacle.
Yeah, but he's down on the sideline. We need Valdivia to get up. Please be okay. He's a workhorse. He did a great job last week, and you know what? I talked to him a little bit last year or in the sevens competitions over the summer. He's a tough kid. Yeah. There's no way that kid's out of this game.
Gavin Hammond coming into the game now in the backfield right behind Wyatt Horton. What a great start, and Pinnacle trying to go with hurry up as quick as they can.
Yeah, the no-huddle offense is serving him well right here. He throws over the middle, and at number 11 is Jace Pena. Jace Pena did not have a lot of catches last week. He just made up for it on that. Huge pass from Wyatt Horton. Wyatt draws back, throws slightly to his left. He splits between 3 wide receivers and brings it down to about the 7-yard line of the Wolverines.
Of last year where Wyatt was just having his way downfield.
Valdivia gets the handoff. He's over the right side. He's met at the line of scrimmage, but he carries a would-be tackler forward to about the 2-yard line of the Wolverines, where it'll bring up our second down.
One thing we noticed last week was the great second and third efforts that both Xavier and Gavin had to get yardage on possible losses or stops. Great job there.
Yeah, Gavin Hammond was very impressive last week. Very impressive. All right, so here we go. We've got a second down. We're at the 2-yard line. We got 1 wide receiver to the left, and that's Deuce Postel. And to the right, we've got 2 wide receivers. He fakes it.
That's
Gavin. Goes to Valdivia. Is that Gavin Hammond?
That's Gavin, yep.
Straight up the middle and slightly to the right, and it looks like we're in for a touchdown.
That is a touchdown by the referee on the far side.
That was a lot of effort. He had some good blocking, but he also kept his legs moving, driving forward till he hit that goal line where he brings in 6 points.
Gavin Hammond, a young man who was called up to varsity last year in his sophomore year to play, to back up our good running backs we had.
Mason Hughes,
that's right, and doing a great job this year. Now, Ryan Orzal missed some extra points last week, and let's see if he can get this straightened out here this week. He is a good kicker.
It's down, the kick is up, and it is good. We now have a 7-point lead with 5:37 left in the first quarter. Your Pinnacle Pioneers out in front of the Wolverines of Tolleson. These guys are getting ready to take it to the next level. Hey, listen, speaking of next level, how about Next Level Chiropractic and Integrated Health? They're your go-to destination for top-tier chiropractic services in Scottsdale, dedicated to enhancing your well-being and helping you achieve optimal health. That's Next Level Chiropractic and Integrated Health.
How about the Kimberly Lowe Group, longtime Pinnacle Pioneer football sponsors? The Kimberly Lowe Group, certified luxury marketing specialist and residential real estate in Scottsdale and North Phoenix. Your local neighborhood real estate experts. Finally, we've got Muscular Moving Man. This group has been great for our kids. I know a lot of the kids work there during the summer. Arizona's premier moving company since 2008 with over 30,000 moves completed. Their team of mover athletes is your solution for long or short distance moves. For all things moving, including storage, call or visit muscularmovingmen.com. Mention Pinnacle Football for a free packing starter kit. You know, I got to say, Ryan Orzal has got big shoes to fill. Cooper King last year was amazing as a kicker. I've watched Ryan last year on the JV team a lot. He's got a great leg, and he will get these extra points down. He already made one tonight, and I have a feeling it's going to be more to come.
There's your kick. He's down to the 6-yard line where the Wolverines field it. First man misses, coming up the right-hand side of the field. He's got 2 blockers. He's at the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, and down at the Pinnacle 49-yard line. Yeah. That's one thing. I hope we clean that up a little bit here as this game progresses, that the special teams lock in on that runner and don't allow a 30, 40-yard return on the kickoff.
Didn't see that last week out of the special teams. We did see a play where the special teams gave up a onside kick, but really they were really good at controlling the kicks, the returners. Looking like Tolson, if you put them on the ground, they're going to be hard to beat or hard to stop, including on special teams.
Tolson back out. Again, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. A man into block, number 1, working out of the shotgun as per their normal. Here comes the snap. Quarterback's got it, looks right, throws right. The man is locked up at the line of scrimmage by number 8, nothing other than Owen Pimbert. Yeah, he had him pretty tight with no chance to catch that ball.
That ball looked like it got out of the quarterback's hands in a weird way, probably slipped out and was nose down and going straight to the ground pretty much about 5 yards from his throw. So maybe a little nerves for number 19, Aiden Vasquez, but good so far. He's doing a great job of getting the ball to the people that run it, and I have a feeling that's what we're going to see right here.
Same formation. My guess is that Tolson is trying to use the run to set up a pass. Yep. And again, same formation, 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. The underneath handoff, he goes right up the middle. He's met by 3, 4, 5 Pinnacle Pioneers. The number 1 person with hands on him is Dangerous and Dirty Dean Vincent. He had a little help from his friends there too. I also saw a lot of help coming in from Pimbert again on that tackle. And there's a couple other guys in there, which I couldn't catch their numbers, but it's a team effort.
Yeah, good stop there. Brady Boquist in there as well. Quentin Gavin is number 1. That's the runner. So a dangerous combination of Quentin Gavin and Amari Mitchell here for Tolleson on the ground. That's going to bring up 3rd down at about 8 yards, though. We have 4 minutes and 40 seconds running on the clock right now.
Speaking of running, we've got 4 wide receivers out there, but I don't know. Yep, he's back in.
Oh, no.
We got a blitz coming in, and he just throws the ball away before he's met. And that was the big number 49. Kosh Silva was the first man to get there. Along with that was yours truly. Jack Gager was in a little bit on that as well. Yeah, so 4th and 8.
Rush, and the quarterback was hit pretty hard with well within the rules. Had no choice but to just huck that thing downfield. Actually did a good job of getting rid of it and not taking the sack.
Yeah, they brought in a safety blitz. If Jack Gager's in there on that, you can bet it's a safety blitz, and it worked well.
Pinnacle making some last-second substitutions here.
It's a great call, a great play call by the Pinnacle Pioneer defensive coordinator. Here they are lined up for punt. formation.
Alex Lugo back. The snap was bad, and that's a block.
And Dangerous Dean and Dirty Dean Vincent has the ball at the 15-10-5. He's in for a touchdown.
Dean Vincent with the block and the reception came through. The snap was high. The punter didn't seem to be lined up far enough back. I got to be honest with you, Andy. That seemed like a weird formation, almost like it was a hybrid.
Yeah.
He was a high snap. He went, even before he even started to kick it, Dean was right in his face, got that block, got the ball down into the end zone.
While they set up for this extra point, I got to make a special announcement here. We're going to take a minute to acknowledge the Gazier family, and specifically Jack Gazier's Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeff's a huge sports fan and a gigantic supporter of his nephews in the Pinnacle Pioneer football program. I'm told they watch all of our live broadcasts, and for that, we say thank you to the Gaziers and Uncle Jeff. Well, here's where it gets interesting. After Jack's monster pick six last week against the La Cueva Bears, Uncle Jeff decides he wants to enact a Playmaker bonus, which is a $100 donation to the Pinnacle Pioneer football for each and every fumble recovery or interception for the entire season.
Wow.
Once again, I want to say thanks to Uncle Jeff and the entire Gazier family. We appreciate the support, and we're going to talk to the officials and the judges to find out, does a blocked punt count here? If Uncle Jeff will give me a call or shoot me a text, we'll go ahead and settle this right now.
I mean, if we're talking about Playmaker and we're talking about Dirty Dean Vincent, that to me is a Playmaker play right there. But this game could get out of hand, and we don't want to cost Uncle Jeff too much money, but that was a great play by Dean Vincent.
Yeah, technically it's not a turnover. I mean,
well, we're weighing in here, and Karl Marx is pointing out that was not actually a turnover because they were going to get the ball anyway. I don't know,
but they weren't going to get in the end zone. Can we can agree on that?
I think we can agree on the fact that Dean is a playmaker, no matter whether.
Listen, at the end of the day, I will spend my whole life spending Uncle Jeff's money if I can. Thanks, Gaziers. We appreciate it. And Uncle Jeff, we've got another bobble out there. He fields the ball at the 30-yard line. He's met by a host of Pinnacle Pioneers as they swarm him over, tackle him for no gain. The Wolverines will set up shop at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's what we want to see on the special teams, getting those guys. I'm sure the coaches were jawing at those guys after the first two run backs where they got 45 and 55 yards off their run back. So
not this one.
Good job. Ball's going to be situated right at the 30-yard line of the Tolleson Wolverines.
Yeah, and we got, you know what, let's thank our sponsor, Team Dawson, laser engraving products, customized engraving on a variety of products, specializing in the ever so popular drinkware and other promotional items. Check out their website at teamdawson2014.com. That's Team Dawson, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football, and the Wolverines of Tolleson do a handoff over the left side, goes over the left guard, and he gets forward for about 1 yard maybe. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that was a new running back. That was Anthony Scott Jr., who had 90 yards last week, but was stopped by the Pioneers behind the line, or just after the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 9. We are at 3 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pinnacle up 14-0. Ryan Orzal, by the way, obviously converting on that.
There's a
point.
fake.
Oh my goodness, Brady
a fake handoff.
I saw Brady Boquist, and I can't catch the other number. They were right in the quarterback's
Let me
face
just say this,
down.
okay? And I need Brady Boquist is a big man. He got up in his face and he cast a shadow. And I'm going to tell you, there's no sun out right now, and he's still casting his shadow. Hey, real quick, I want to give a big shout out. Big shout out. Grandpa and Grandma Horton watching from southern Wisconsin.
Nice.
You're going to watch a proud show here of your little man, grandson, Wyatt Horton, who's not such a little man anymore. But he's doing a great job out there tonight, and we love you guys doing a great job at home watching us. Thank you.
They might want to pull out the VHS tape for this one tonight.
Listen, looks like...
That's a pass down the field for Tolson, intended for number 17, but incomplete. That was Caden Cresswell, number 33, on the coverage.
Listen, I just got word over the line. It's a top secret message, but this comes from Uncle Jeff Gazier. You know what he says? He says, I'd be more than happy to pay $100 for that blocked turnover. So listen, Uncle Jeff, we appreciate you, and you're going to be our best friend here pretty quick. Thank you very much.
We promise to act responsibly, right? Andy?
Yeah, we do.
That's a punt.
Almost
blocked
blocked.
again. May have gotten a hand on it.
Lugo fields the ball at just behind the 40, up to the 45, now to the 50, 45,
Alex
40,
Lugo
35,
is
30,
going all the
25,
way.
20, 15, 10, 5. Alex Lugo is in the end zone. There's no flags this time. That's a bona fide
As I
touchdown.
mentioned in pregame, Alex Lugo ran one back in Flagstaff against La Cueva. Unfortunately, pulled back. This one not getting pulled back. What a great run up the Pinnacle sideline, cut it back to the middle. Touchdown, Pinnacle Pioneers.
I don't know if everybody saw this because, this is a special teams here, but Dean Vincent led the way with the block.
Yeah.
Dirty Dean Vincent's out there like a draft horse for the Budweiser beer truck, and he's blowing the way through for Alex Lugo to come in for a touchdown.
I'm seeing some confidence in the Pinnacle Pioneers tonight that I was hoping to see after that, the loss in the game up in Flagstaff. It looks like they are bound and determined not to let that happen again, but also hopefully taking the positives away for how well they played against that number 1 team from New Mexico. While we're waiting here after that awesome run back by Alex Lugo, oh no, did we get a penalty? Or did he step out of bounds?
He must have stepped out of bounds.
Folks, that is the hard part about not having any referee, Mike. We sometimes get lost on the plays here, so it looks like Alex must have stepped out of bounds right on the 50.
Wyatt Horton did the handoff straight up the middle. That goes to Lugo, as a matter of fact, and he stopped for about a yard short of the original line of scrimmage. Hey, before I forget, I got to do a big shout out. I didn't do it last week. I don't know where they were, but I got to tell you, Don and Pat Johnson are with us from California right now. That's Keenan Johnson's grandparents, and we're doing the broadcast tonight. They're in Upland, and the Johnsons say 2 words for us, and that's go Pinnacle. Wyatt Horton out of the shotgun, drops back, throws left. He's got Alex Lugo at the 45, down to the 42-yard line of the Tolleson Wolverines, where it's going to bring up a third and about 3.
Great second effort there by Alex after that catch.
Yeah, once again, I miss you guys, Johnsons. I miss Pat and Don. I miss seeing you guys out here. I hope you're going to come out again soon. But thanks for riding shotgun with us tonight on Friday Night Lights. We appreciate it.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Pinnacle Pioneers. They are situated at the Tolleson 42-yard line, just under 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
Wyatt out of the shotgun again. 2 wide receivers right. The handoff is to the running back. He's straight up the middle. He's down to the 35, down to the 32-yard line.
Like Gavin Hammond on that one, number 28, and what a great run again by Gavin Hammond.
Good news, Gavin Hammond's doing a great job. Bad news is Valdivia is not in there. And I hope he's okay.
You saw him down on the sidelines after that one play. Hopefully he is just getting some
Here's the snap again. Field general Wyatt rolls to his right, throws to his right. The ball is caught. That one is fielded by number 87. That's Blake Denelli.
Yes.
Bob and Lori Denelli, proud parents. They're sitting there watching this kid reel off a couple catches here. Nice job, Blake.
Yeah, that was a good effort. I think that one actually did hit the ground, and they're calling that one incomplete. And
It looked a little low.
But I think that might be, by my count, the first incompletion for Wyatt tonight. So great start for Pinnacle Pioneer offense here. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
1 minute and 32 seconds left. Wyatt bobbles a snap there, but gets it off back to Gavin Hammond. Second effort after being stopped in the backfield, and he gets a 5-yard gain after almost getting caught.
He was dancing around, wasn't he, Brian?
That's right. Dancing out of the hold of that. And if we know where Gavin's been hanging out when he was younger, it might have been Center Stage Dance Studio, where they love to put you center stage, training babies and divas and dudes through college kids, located in the Scottsdale Air Park. Go say hi to Caden Cresswell's mom, Jenny, at Center Stage Dance Studio.
Out of the shotgun again, 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Wyatt drops back, looks right, everything's covered, looks left, throws left. He's got Lugo at about the 13-yard line where he's touchdown. Looks like the 14-yard line, and we're going to set up shop with another first down. Hey, real quick, I want to say hi, Annalisa. How you doing? She's here. She's just shooting me a text. Her younger son, Cole, and his friends, his buddies, picked him up, and they're listening to the game in the car. They've got Trey Frick here. That's Braden's younger brother, and Trey just wants to shout out to his brother to let him know that they're listening to the game in the car. Thanks for being there, Trey. The Fricks have a long heritage of football here at Pinnacle.
I think that's Xavier Valdivia back in the game there, so that's good news. And you just made a run. It's going to be 1st and goal now from about the 5-yard line.
Hand off to Valdivia over the right side, and he's in for the touchdown. again, hey, the Frick family here in full force. They've had 3 kids now. I hope that Trey's going to follow in their footsteps. And we love watching you guys. And we love the oldest Frick, who now is going through Navy program. And best wishes to him. As you guys might know, my son's in the Navy as well. And it's lovely to see these kids that want to do things for their country and the bravery so we can have these Friday Night Light games.
A great run there by Xavier. Hopefully, obviously, he's feeling better. That is looks like a miss
down
there.
and it's off to the left.
Yeah, missed that one. I couldn't see the hold, but a good run there and a good offensive stand. Our show by Pinnacle again. The scoreboard is showing 21, but I believe that should be 20-0. Pinnacle with 13.6 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And let's give great credit to the Pinnacle Pioneers and their offensive line, doing a great job. And you know what? They've been ready. And when you speak of credit and you speak of ready, you speak of creditready.com, where parents send their kids to win the credit game, if you can believe that. Get credit ready for college and life's biggest events at creditready.com. Proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football.
Pinnacle Pioneer Football has put together 3 great drives tonight, but how about learning to drive? With Learn to Drive, we help confident drivers. Pinnacle family owned and operated. They cater to your specific needs and they work around your schedule. For further information, visit learntodriveaz.com. That's Learn to Drive. Andy, interesting on Wyatt Horton. Difference from this year, and it's only been a game and 1 quarter so far as Ryan Orzal kicks off again. That one's going to be close to the end zone.
His momentum carried him in, but he caught it outside the end zone, so he has to return it. He's at the 15, down to the 20. Ball comes out. I don't know if he was down. I think the ball was down on that one.
Calling him down. Yep.
Yeah.
So I was going to say about Wyatt. Wyatt ran a lot more last year, and you can see Wyatt making those decisions not to run and to get the ball downfield, not risking himself. We saw it last week. We saw it on the throw to Alex Luga here, where Wyatt ran right to the line of scrimmage, had 5 or 10 yards in front of him, but chose to get it down the field 15, 20 yards instead. Maybe making some different and maybe better choices this year.
Yeah, what you're seeing is a mature Wyatt Horton. Not that he hasn't been mature his whole high school career, but that right there is a good heads-up move. And the coaches typically want to keep their, first of all, I want to keep the quarterback upright. Secondly, they want to keep him safe in the pocket. Just as you said, twinkle toes, Horton tiptoes right up to the line of scrimmage, throws a dart to somebody. Everybody's safe and happy.
Well, we don't want to get him see him get smashed in the mouth by anybody. But if he did, we'd probably want to send him to North Valley Center for Oral Surgery. With over 20 years of experience, your favorite, Dr. Donald Johnson, has been serving the North Valley for oral surgery needs for over 20 years. I know he's been a good man to your family. Am I right?
Like I said last week, he's had his hands in everybody in my family's mouth. That's not a good thing, Don Johnson. I hope you're laughing when you hear this. But he does great work. And the greatest thing is you fall asleep when you wake up, everything's ready to go.
That's
So
North Valley Center for Oral Surgery and Dr. Don Johnson. Thank you for sponsoring Pinnacle Pioneer Football in 2024. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Pinnacle up 20-0 over the Tolson Wolverines. And my goodness, just like Hugh Jackman going after that one more movie, Pinnacle is just running away with this game right now.
yeah. Hey, if I'm reading this right, I get a big shout out to Braden Frick from the Pickles from Wisconsin. They say this, my friend. We love you, B. Thanks for being with us again for Friday Night Lights. Pickles and Braden Frick. He is following in the footsteps of Big Brother.
Well, hopefully nobody's out there playing a drinking game or anything at home with how many times we mentioned Wyatt Horton's name, but I'm going to mention Horton one more time because it's AZ Notary Services. That's Kim Horton, Wyatt's mom, at AZ Notary Services. Notary service at your location, at your convenience. Visit aznotaryservices.com.
Yeah. So that's nice. Yeah, Wyatt's parents always at these events, everything, you name it, they're there. Great support for Wyatt.
Yeah,
Wyatt's going to do the family proud when he
been a
hits
great
D1
asset to this
school.
Pinnacle program for so many years. It's going to be sad to see him go, but we're excited to see him play in Idaho next year. What a great tackle there. That was number
looks
8.
like that was Pimbert again.
Yep.
We've called his name out. That's at least his 3rd tackle tonight. Nice job, Owen.
That's going to bring up 3rd down. It looks like about 7 yards for the Tolleson Wolverines. They have the ball on their own 22-yard line. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Here they go again. 3 wide receivers to the right. They've got a tight end in now on the right-hand side. 1 wide receiver to the left. A man in the backfield drops back, looks left, throws right. Number 2 is hit, but he's met abruptly at the line of scrimmage by, was that Max Stepney?
It was Max Stepney, number 46. Great tackle, great coverage. Was right on and right when he caught the ball. That's going to bring up 4th and 6.
Hey, Carl, it was 45. Okay, sorry, it wasn't Stepney. It was Dylan Acri.
Great play.
Dylan, nice job out there. Really nice job.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to have another punt again. We've had 1 block, another one almost blocked. Dean Vincent earlier in the game ran a block back for a touchdown. We'll see what happens here.
Here's a snap. He almost got it. That went a full probably 20 yards. Got a 10-yard bounce, big yard bounce. Yeah. It hits it about midfield and rolls back to the 38-yard line of Pinnacle.
This is going to be trouble tonight for Tolleson. Their punting game, you can already see it. Bad snaps and questionable punts, and that's going to give Pinnacle a lot of opportunity. But right now, they're going to start on their own 39-yard line with 10 and a half minutes left here in the second quarter.
You know who might be biting their nails right now? Uncle Jeff.
I know. I know. We might want to put a cap on that $100 donation, but so far we haven't gotten that text.
The rest of the season, we don't have to use the name Gazier. We can just say Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeff, I hope we get to see you at one of these games one time. We'll bring you up in the booth and you can say a few words.
We'll just call Jack Uncle Jeff's nephew from now on. How about that?
Yeah. Hand off to Valdivia over the left side. He's following 3 blockers. He's to the 40. He's under the 45, down at about the 46-yard line of Pinnacle.
Looks like about a 7-8-yard gain there, and whatever was bothering him after that one play seems to be over because he had a great run to the left side.
That was a 30-yard run for an 8-yard gain. But we'll take it all day long. All right, here we go again, back out of the shotgun. 1 man, 2 men in the backfield right now. I'm wondering if he's going to throw a pass here and wants a little extra protection. Nope, he's handing off to the second man through. He's to the 45-50, 45-40, down to the 38-yard line of the Tolleson Wolverines.
Right up the middle, no problem. I'm thinking that might have been Gavin. Yes, that was Gavin Hammond on that one. We got both Gavin Hammond and Xavier Valdivia in the game right now.
You know what? When you've got a 1-2 punch like Valdivia and Hammond, it's hard to get the defense prepared because, especially early in the season when they haven't seen a lot of film, especially with both backs in there, they don't know what to do, and we've got them guessing right now.
Yeah, we've got
Timeout, Pinnacle.
Timeout. Nope. It looks like that's on Tolleson. We've got a great bunch of wide receivers tonight too. We got the triple P's of Pena, Pinder, and Pastel.
What do we call them? We call them the Killer P's.
Killer P's. That's right. Another Killer P is Patterson Roofing. They're dedicated to exceptional services in Arizona. Check out Patterson Roofing for your roofing needs.
You know what I like? The Pinnacle Pioneer coaching staff putting together a great strategy for tonight's game. Bluestone Strategy Partners also serving tribal nations throughout the United States. Great and wonderful, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football. Bluestone Strategy Partners.
Very nice. And how about Kimmy Z's, Tatum and Bell, your neighborhood bar and grill, live music, top-notch food, and home of the half-pound burger. Let's pound that one down at Kimmy Z's, the best sports bar in Phoenix.
That's getting me hungry.
I know.
But you know what? I think the Pioneers are a little hungry on offense for another 6 points here.
Yeah, we're looking at 1st and 10 from the Tolleson 37-yard line.
Hand off to Valdivia over the left side. He gets up to about the 30, maybe the 29-yard line. Yeah, very close to a first down, but I think he's going to be short by about a yard.
Yeah. You know, Andy, we were having an interesting discussion before the game about our broadcasting experiences here. I know you've been doing this through Dom's career for the last 4 years, and your older son as well.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 3 years. It's a lot of fun, and I know if you're interested in broadcasting, I would love Andy to come back next year, even though he doesn't have any kids, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to need a partner. If you're interested in broadcasting, hey, check it out. I know they need people on what a great run there.
That's our man. That's number 47, Miles Stepney. He took it in from the line of scrimmage at the 30, gets to the 25, picks up a block to the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, and in for a touchdown. That was a great move by Stepney.
Yeah, that was a great run, right around the edge. This game is now getting a little out of hand, but it looks like they might have brought it back.
You know what's cool is you got Miles and Max, the two Stepney brothers, and they're both playing in the game together. That's kind of special. You don't get that very often unless you got a twin brother like I do. But these guys are not twins, and they're both in the game having a great time, and they'll remember this for the rest of their life.
Yeah, not sure what happened there, but they do have the ball marked on the 20-yard line. Either Miles might have stepped out of bounds or something, but we'll see what happens here. Either way, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Pinnacle Pioneers on the 20. Referees are still discussing. Anyway, I was going to say, if you're interested in helping us out in the broadcast booth, I know there are opportunities on the freshman and JV side this year. Just check it out. Come up if you're at a Pinnacle game. See what we do up here. Say hi. We're happy to teach you how we do it, and it's a lot of fun. And you're giving back to the Pinnacle football program, so come and see us.
It is a lot of fun. You're right. There's a handoff to Valdivia over the left side. He literally spins around and gets very, I would say, 7 yards on that one.
Yeah, pretty good. He was running pretty vertical there and got spun around, but still moving forward the whole time. Great run. And again, it looks like Pinnacle is going again. We were talking about the half-pound burger where we're doing some ground chuck right here because not a lot of passes. Wyatt is just handing it off and having no problem getting yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4.
Again, two running backs in the backfield, one wide receiver to the right, and that's Jace Pina. Wyatt drops back. He looks right. He's looking at Jace. He's scrambling around. He's catching a block. He's got some more. The pocket is collapsing. Wyatt is scrambling. He's running up towards the line of scrimmage. He now tucks the ball in and runs out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Wyatt is very fit out there, and you know what? I'm going to have to draw a parallel to Malloy Fitness. Malloy Fitness. Find your strength at Malloy Fitness, located at 25th Place and Rose Garden. That's Malloy Fitness.
Yeah, so Wyatt's doing a little bit of what we saw last year. He hasn't run a lot this year on purpose, but he is very mobile and pretty quick, and can outrun defenders with no problem. Often, especially last year, we saw him running for some good chunks of yardage for Pinnacle.
The Idaho Bengals are going to like that, and they're going to benefit well from it. Now, going under center, which is not common for the Pinnacle football program, Wyatt Horton, he calls a timeout here. Yeah. Somebody didn't like what they saw.
Interesting formation. You had Gavin Hammond, you had Alex Lugo, and you had Miles Stepney.
Three in the backfield.
In the backfield, right behind Wyatt, and perhaps that was a new play they were trying to run, and they weren't quite comfortable with it. That's going to be timeout Pinnacle. 7 minutes and 52 seconds left. We have 3rd down and 2 from about the 12-yard line of the Tolleson.
Hey, once again,
Wolverines.
I want to call out our title sponsor right now again, because they're back again for yet another season, and they're the heaviest sponsor we have, and that's big, mighty, powerful Liberty GMC. Pioneers play with heart. Liberty GMC delivers with professional grade. Pinnacle parents, please check out our exclusive discounts at Liberty GMC, the dealer you know, the service you trust. That's Liberty GMC, huge proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football. We appreciate everything you do for us over at Liberty.
Can't thank them enough. That's a great store. I've been over there. Just a little weather check here. It's still hot, 104 degrees. Wind is minimal, if any, and there really isn't much rain in the area. A little bit up north, but should be able to get this game in no problem.
Here's the snap following the blocker, and that looks like it was Hammond on the handoff there. He moves forward for a yard or two.
I think it's going to possibly be just short, and they're going to call that 4th and 1. Really, it's 4th and inches. Looks like the mark is at the 10, and that ball's nose is right inside the 10-yard line. So.
Listen, you've got 7.5 minutes left. You've got a 20-point lead, and you're at your opponent's 10, 11-yard line. Most teams, especially in high school, are going to go for this on 4th down, and that's exactly what the Pioneers are doing.
Yeah, our middle school feeder team, the Storm, I think, would go for this one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is This is an easy call. We've got, looks like Gavin Hammond in the backfield right behind Wyatt.
We got the two wide receivers left and right, Pena and Pinder. Wyatt fakes the handoff, throws left, got a man. That's big number 87. That's Blake Denelli. Lori and Bob, the pride and joy of the Denelli family. Blake Denelli catches a nice one at about the 5-yard line, tiptoes in for a touchdown off the hands of Wyatt Horton.
Yeah, what a well-designed play. Wyatt with the play fake rolls out to his left and hits Blake in the flat. Blake had no problem getting in the end zone there. And I love that. I'm a big fan of the tight end in football, and I think Pinnacle has a great one in Blake, and I would love to see them use him more. A
Going for
conversion.
two. There's
Was that Dean?
No, that was intended for Pimbert, which is interesting. That was number 8, I believe.
It was number 8. You're right. That was, I believe, Alex Lugo, number 4, with the throw. So Pinnacle trying some trickery there, but not getting the extra point conversion, the 2 points, but they are still up 26-0 over the Tolleson Wolverines with 6 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first half.
I don't know about you, Brian, but I love the creativity on that play. When you're up by a significant lead like this and you're really, really handling the game the way it is and managing the game and the clock, you get a chance to do a little bit of creativity out there, and I like the fact that they did that.
Yeah, it's great to get to try some things and maybe put something in your back pocket for something later. Maybe it's really kind of a pro way to approach it. And speaking of pro, how about Made Pro? Cleaning is deeper with Made Pro. Check out Made Pro for your cleaning needs. How about Oakland Construction? We are passionate about creating remarkable experiences in everything they do. Oakland Construction, check them out.
Brian Orzal now to kick the ball. It is up and it is off, and it is going to be fielded at the 2-yard line. Man brings it out. He's over the 10, the 15, down to 20, 25, and gets tripped up a little bit at about the 27-yard line. And if I'm not mistaken, the tripper-upper was Kimmerly. That's Carson Kimmerly, I believe, on the tackle.
Yeah, that was our friend Carson Kimmerly with that. A great tackle, because he was getting, again, some yardage. If you weren't with us earlier, the Tolleson Wolverines had a couple good runbacks on the first 2 kickoffs. We've controlled them since, but that was a good one. They're going to get the ball on about their own, looks like 27-yard
line. Yep.
You know, Andy, Tolson came out with a pretty good strategy. They've got some great running backs, and they were running kind of all over the Pinnacle defense. Pinnacle's obviously made an adjustment, and we're stopping the run now.
Here's the beauty right now. We know that they have to throw, they continue to hand off. And dirty Dean Vincent in the backfield.
That was a broken play at best.
Dean on that play was quicker than a drive-through at a McDonald's restaurant. That looked good.
Yeah, Dean was in the backfield with the 2 running backs before that ball was even handed off. Great play by Dean Vincent.
Yeah, they're cooking right now. And speaking of cooking, let's talk about appliances. Best Home Appliances. Another year of sponsorship from our friends at Best Home. Visit us at the corner of Tatum and Bell. We're your local Pinnacle family-owned source for luxury appliances. That's Best Home Appliance.
We're at second and about 20, second and 19, 16, 19 yards.
Man in motion went a little bit early, so we're going to get a false start, I'm sure, on this one. Yes, we are.
That's going to move Tolson even further back. Ball is now situated on about the 14-yard line. Shows 2nd and 21. It looks longer than that. 6 minutes left and running in the first half.
This is wonderful.
See if this young quarterback can get something down the field. He does throw it.
Oh, that was a good catch. That kid went up there and got it. It didn't get many yards.
I'm not sure that wasn't for a loss there, Andy. That was caught right about the line of scrimmage, and Pinnacle was right there.
So I get a text here from, it looks like Mrs. Sage, okay? And I have to laugh, and I got to read this out just the way it's written. The only drinking games going on are for the number of times we hear you say, Dirty Dean.
That's a good, that would be a good one as well.
Super proud of all my kiddos, especially Alex Lugo and Blake Denelli. Mrs. Sage, thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah. Love to have you listening, and thanks for keeping us honest. And I'll do my best not to say, Dirty Dean, 20 more times tonight.
You might have to.
I hope I do.
Yeah.
Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Looks left, throws left. He's throwing up a Hail Mary. That's going to be intercepted.
That's Caden Cresswell, number 33, if they call that. And it looks like they are calling that an interception. Great play by Caden Cresswell to pick up the deflection.
Guess what, Uncle Jeff? You know what time it is, Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeff, it's playmaker bonus.
That's Caden Cresswell Jr., number 33, with the interception. Great play there. Unfortunately, we do have a Tolleson Wolverine down. That might have been the receiver. He was hit pretty good and hit the ground pretty hard once the ball.
We had 4 guys going up for the ball at once, and we hate to see this, you guys. It doesn't matter which side you're on. We got kids out here playing their heart out. They practice all year long, and then laying out. I hope it's just a little bit of wind knocked out of him.
Yeah,
the trainers of Tolleson are out there attending to him, though.
He's sitting up and looks like he's getting up and walking off of his own power.
Nice little round of applause for
looks like number 17 for Tolleson is Emmanuel Gomelanos.
If this was a spelling test and I said to you, hey, Brian, this is rhetorical, so I got to be both sides of the conversation. How do you spell playmaker? And you would say Jeff. That's right, Jeff Gazier. Playmaker bonus right there. Interception for Pinnacle Pioneers. Wyatt Horton and gang coming back on. I see Valdivia out there. I'm guessing that we're probably going to see Hammett out there as well. And when you're ahead by 26 points with 4:42 left in the second quarter, and you've got the game as under control as you possibly could at this point, we're likely to see a lot of running. I would be surprised if the offensive coordinator let him unleash 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But you know what? I hope I am surprised. Yeah, I think it's neat for them to put the confidence in the quarterback and let him throw.
I'm hoping we get to see some of our non-starters here pretty soon in the second half too. Maybe get a little Drew Varsano action at quarterback.
I think we will.
Yeah, spare Wyatt some game time and get those guys some experience, because you never know when we're going to need them a little later.
Yeah, Varsano's a good kid. It's been a while since I've spoken to him. It was the end of last year, but he's all about the team. Doesn't complain about playing time or anything, and he gets in there and puts the work into. So I think he's going to get a shake here tonight.
Much like our veteran Wyatt Horton. We have veterans in our sponsorships too. Pre-Veteran, a veteran workforce development company. Check out Pre-Veteran.
Xavier Valdivia is back, and he is the Wyatt Horton drops back, fakes the handoff, throws out in the flats to Deuce Postel. Postel catches the ball, runs forward to about the 27-yard line, pickup of around 16, 17 yards, and enough for a first down.
Pinnacle first down. It's going to be 1st and 10. The ball is again Pinnacle running a hurry-up offense. Ball was on the 26.
That one's handed off to Valdivia. He bounces off the center, goes to the left, to the 20, the 15, down to the 10, out of bounds at the 4-yard line. But we've got several yellow flags. That's probably a hold.
And looked like there were maybe even 2 penalties there. We got a flag right at the line of scrimmage and one a little further down. So Pinnacle might be pulling this one back is from the location of those flags. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the first half.
Really nice run by Valdivia. That was good effort on his part, and he had some blockers, but that was mostly him.
Yeah. Check out Valley-wide sports cards while we're at it. Family owned, family friendly. Please drop by for all your trading card and collectible needs. Located at 90th and Via Linda. That's Valley-wide sports cards and memorabilia.
I wish we could just dive into a swimming pool after this. We're still over 100 degrees, and we're here, edging towards 8 o'clock. Silver Strand Pools, those guys are the ones. Luxury outdoor living. Great sponsor and proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football in 2024. That's Silver Strand Pools.
About North Valley ENT, North Valley Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates, providers of professional, comprehensive ear, nose, and throat medical care and treatment in a compassionate and friendly environment. For your needs, check out North Valley ENT. And yeah, they've brought that back
10 yards.
10 yards. Must have been all.
This was from the original line of scrimmage, too.
Yeah.
So we've got a 1st and 20 right now.
Yep.
One man in the backfield, a tight end into block, man in motion, fakes the handoff, looks left, got a man wide open. It was Jace Pena holding his arm up, but he hits the short guy, which is fine, and that's just what we need. I'm trying to catch a number. Good, that's number 19. That's Josh Pinder.
Yeah, that's
Josh Pinder with the catch.
You are right. Number 11, Jace Pena, was running down the middle of the field with his hand up, and no one was in 10 yards of him, but Wyatt was pinned in on Pinder.
And I'm trying to see, was that Valdivia? Yeah, it was.
Like it,
Valdivia
yeah.
out of the backfield, catches the ball down to very close to another first down. And it's going to be a second down and 1.
Second and 1. So off that 1st and 20, we were able to get the first down quite easily. And now we're looking at 2nd and 1 from about the 5-yard line, 4-yard line.
I'm guessing we're going to be working out of the shotgun again. We're going to have 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. We've got a tight end in there with Blake Denelli. We've got 1 running back in the backfield working out of the shotgun. Here's the snap, the handoff to the lone wide receiver, the lone running back. That was number 47. That's Miles Stepney with the touchdown, and it's in to take us to 32-0. Pinnacle Pioneers waiting to tack on what we hope will be the point after attempt with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, this
Listen, they're putting this is a nice touch that they've got on the game here. And speaking of touch, there's Ursuline Touch Landscape, serving the Valley since 1984. You'll get your money's worth from Ursuline Touch Landscape, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer football.
Well, that was a Ryan Orzel got that one through the uprights, but it looks like we might have a offsides or false start on the offense there. So we'll see. We'll probably pull this one back 5 yards and try it again. As Andy said, we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half, and they're going to kick that from a little bit further back.
You know, I like the idea of Alex Lugo in there holding for the snap. Number one, if the ball is low and it's muffed at all, Ryan Lugo could pick up the ball and run.
Yep.
Or they could have a program play where it's intentionally a Ryan Lugo run to just kind of do a little razzmatazz out there.
Alex is multi-talented. He can do pretty much anything he wants to with the ball. And
there's a snap, a little high. It's down. The kick is up. It's good.
That's good. And we saw him returning punts last week. We mentioned his run back, but also it was raining and had no problem in a couple of punt situations getting the ball.
Great point, Brian.
Getting that ball in. So very sure-handed Alex Lugo.
And it's good, you know, with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter, a 33-point lead. These kids are on a mission right now. And NSB Mortgage is on a mission, too. Their mission is to ensure that the clients receive the utmost attention to detail with regards to their individual needs. That's NSB Mortgage. Say it, Brian. NSB Mortgage.
Well, these kids look like they prepared for this game and carbo-loaded, so perhaps they went to Lorenzo's?
I think so.
Authentic Italian cuisine where friends and family gather. That's Lorenzo's for Italian cuisine.
They have a great buffalo chicken pizza. If you've never had it, you got to try it. The kids and the guys at Lorenzo's are cooking them up, and they're good.
Nice. Finally, Castillo law, criminal defense, when you fumble off the field. I mean, if you fumble on the field and we get it, we know what happens. That's $100 from Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeffy.
That's right. But if you fumble off the field, you're going to want Castillo law. Criminal defense for when you fumble off the field, that's Castillo law.
Orzo kicks one down. That one's going to be caught at about the 3 or 4 yard line. He's at the 10, he's at the 15, he's at the 20, 25, 30, tripped up. I think that was by Cresswell.
Yeah, Caden Cresswell with an interception earlier, and Caden Cresswell with the probably close to touchdown saving tackle there with the shoestrings. Again, special teams letting those returners get through after a couple good showings. This has been a little bit of a problem this game. We did not see this in the game up in Flagstaff, so it's a bit of a surprise.
You know what? Mrs. Sage is going to hate me, but this is the type of play, Brian, where Dirty Dean Vincent does his best work.
That's right. drink, Mrs. Sage.
Here's the snap right up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage. He might have got a half a yard on that. The Wolverines right now, I don't know. They're limping into halftime here. Just in the sake of competition, I'd like to see them put something together so that we can see the true talents of the Pinnacle Pioneer defense.
If you weren't with us for pregame, this team went up against Mountain Ridge High School from Glendale last week and came out of it with a lot of injuries. They lost their quarterback, lost their best running back. Yeah. They've got some good running backs. I haven't seen, and I may be wrong, they have number 4 as well. Amari Amari Mitchell, who had 95 yards last week.
Here's a snap, handoff to the
that is
lone
Amari
running
Mitchell
back.
right there.
He's met at the line of scrimmage. He picks up a yard.
Yeah, so Pinnacle's just made the adjustment here. It's interesting. Tolson lines up with 3 or 4 wide receivers and then goes for the run. Pinnacle's made the great adjustment, is now stopping this with no problem.
Yep. Listen, another shout out to Wyatt Horton from his grandfather. Now, Wyatt Horton's grandfather is actually in Georgia. He's so proud and so excited about the Bengals in Idaho being the beneficiary of Wyatt Horton as he starts his D1 college career. Thanks, Grandpa, for listening in Georgia. We appreciate you.
Yeah, maybe the Bengals need some announcers. What do you think? Should we put our resumes in?
We'll put it in a resume and see what happens.
That's right, the resume. Check out my resume. All right, well, it's third down and about 8 yards. The ball is sitting on the Tolleson 36-yard line. 1 minute and 53 seconds left in the first half. Pinnacle's up 33-0.
Let me say thank you to Protein House.
Yeah.
Protein House is, again, a sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football and this wonderful football program we've got going here. It's a healthy, fit kitchen. That's what they're doing at Protein House. Eat clean, train mean, get lean.
Yeah,
Protein House.
They're right by the pet store and Whole Foods right there at Mayo and Scottsdale.
You know
and
what
they
else
have
they're
some good
by?
stuff.
Buck and Ryder.
Yeah.
Great food in there.
Yeah.
They're not a sponsor, so I can't keep saying Buck and Ryder over and over. That would be wrong to say Buck and Ryder, but the food is pretty good.
Yeah. So maybe Protein House for lunch, Buck and Ryder for dinner. How about that?
Or cocktails. Whatever.
How about Promotion Vault, since we're promoting things out here? Rewards Reimagined. Check out Promotion Vault. And as a reminder, you can check out all of our Pinnacle Pioneer football sponsors at pinnaclepioneerfootball.com.
Defense is on the field. We're working with 3 down linemen. Dean Vincent up. He's coming around the edge. He gets back and almost gets in the face. And it's a jump. It's a free-for-all.
Yeah,
Pinder almost had the interception.
Dean got around the left tackle there and got his hands up and was pretty close to deflecting that one. That's going to bring up 4th down and 8. Looks like they're bringing the punting crew in again, and Uncle Jeff, hold on tight because we'll see what we get here. This has been a little bit of a dicey situation with the Tolson punters.
Yeah, and when you said got his hand up there, was that Dirty Dean Vincent?
That was Dirty
Okay,
Dean
just
Vincent.
Just checking. Uncle Jeffy, hold your breath here. Here it comes. Here's a
high
snap
again.
And they almost blocked it. It's about a 15 or 20-yard punt. Takes another Wolverine bounce again. It hits first at the 45, down to the 40, rolls forward to about the 35 or 36-yard line in Pinnacle. Hey, listen, ain't no thing. We've got an offense that's rolling with a full head of steam, so we're not worried about where we end up with the ball. We're just worried, is there enough time to score again?
The best thing you can say about these punts is they're so high and wobbly that the Pinnacle receivers you can't really do anything with them, so they got to let them bounce.
Yeah,
and they've been taking some really good Tolson bounces. So net, these punts aren't looking so bad. But if you're seeing what we're seeing, you know this is a little bit of a shaky, dicey situation. Pinnacle on the 35, their own 35-yard line. Wyatt Horton still in at quarterback. 1 minute 34 seconds left.
Working out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers on each side of the field. Here's the snap. Wyatt rolls to his right, looks right, throws right. He's got number 19 open, and that is a nice catch right there for Josh Pinder.
That is Josh Pinder going up high to get that ball and bringing it down and getting a foot in.
They're bringing it back.
Looks like they called him out of bounds, maybe.
Wow,
didn't have possession. All right, well, that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Still a good effort by Josh and a good throw by Wyatt there to get it to him.
Hey, Annalisa, you're welcome, man. We're just so happy that you listen in with us and you got the kids riding around in the car. So please stay with us. Oh, great defensive play by the Wolverines. They stood up Valdivia. Not just third, second and third and fourth effort. Yeah, Valdivia is one tough cookie, and he showed it right there. That
should have been a 4-yard loss there, Andy, and he wiggled his way out back to the line of scrimmage to bring up. I think it's going to be 3rd and 10. We'll see what this penalty does. Maybe we'll get a little bit more. Hopefully that was not on Pinnacle. It was in the backfield, so there's a chance that was a holding. We'll see here.
Yeah.
And again, for you at home, we do not have any communication with the umpires or the referees, so we rarely know exactly what's going on when it comes to penalties.
Brian, I got to correct something here. The gentleman for Wyatt Horton in Georgia, I said grandfather. It's Godfather, okay?
Godfather.
It's Godfather. And you know what he said? He phoned in and he said, I could have been a contender. So, hey, Godfather, happy to have you with us in Georgia. Sorry about that. Wyatt and the whole Pinnacle crew is happy to have you.
All right. right, Wyatt dropping back again and rolling out to his right.
Looking right, stopping, pulling up, and hitting big. Number 14, Jackson Campbell for the reception.
Clock is going to be running here. 56.4 seconds left. Wyatt running the 2-minute drill, getting them into line quickly.
Drops back, looks left, throws left, got a man. That's Jace Pena. Goes up and gets it. He's down at the 30-yard line.
All right, I got to give a shout out to the defender there. It was well covered. Jace Pena went up and got that ball high. That defender could have ruined Jace's season by doing something dirty there.
Yeah.
Brought him down nicely. That was a well played after Jace caught the ball there.
Yeah, listen, you're on point with that one, Brian. And when we think of On Point, we think of our wonderful sponsor, On Point Financial LLC. Loans built for you. That's On Point Financial LLC. Proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football.
As I was complimenting that young man's behavior, we need to talk about our great sponsor, our new sponsor for this year, Meadows Behavioral Healthcare. They're committed to your recovery. That's Meadows Behavioral Healthcare.
Yeah, and Jeff kind of gives me that look out of his eye when he says behavioral health care. I'm not sure if that means anything, but you know what means something to me is the way we're constructing this wonderful game here. And you know what else is great at constructing? Wilming Construction. They exist for people to build their genuine place of purpose, building commercial construction projects in the Valley since 1977. Wilming Construction.
All right, we got 2nd and 4. Ball is right on the 30-yard line.
3 wide receivers right. Wyatt looks right. He throws right. He's got his man in the end zone. He goes up and cannot come down with that. It was intended for Josh Pinder, but he was pretty well covered. It was a nice throw. A lot of nice touch on it from Wyatt Horton.
Yeah, there's a little bit of tussling going on there between the 5-yard line and the end zone between Josh and the defender. Josh did a good job of separating at the last second and almost got his hands on that ball. Good try. Josh is a tall guy, and that's going to be a great weapon for Wyatt this year. He can get up and get that ball.
Ryan, I got to give you credit. Yeah, effective use of the word tussling. You don't hear that a lot. Nice work there.
I do have a thesaurus in my pocket, and you got to bring them out sometime.
Tussling. I'm going to use that tonight on the way home. I'm going to make a call. I'm going to fit tussling in. I love you, Brian. Here's the snap again. He rolls right. He's got a man. That's Pena. He's got the first down to the 25, down to the 20, and is pulled down about the 17-yard line with 27 and a half seconds left.
We got a Tolson player that went down and is rolling on the ground in some pain, unfortunately. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he hit the ground, but he was around the area where Jace caught the ball. He went down, seems to be holding his arm or something in his upper body. So the clock is going to stop, which is a little fortunate for Pinnacle here. 27.5 seconds left. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pioneers running that 2-minute drill. They are on the 25-yard line right now.
Medical staff and trainer on the field right now tending to the injured Wolverine. Cross our fingers, say a little prayer here. I hope everything is okay for the Warrior who's down on the field.
Yeah, if you're watching from the Tolleson side, watching this broadcast, we'll try to get a number for you on that.
Yeah. Listen, while we have him in here, I want to talk, hopefully we'll have a celebration after this game, and we'll be celebrating hopefully with nothing but cakes, right? Nothing but cakes for your next celebration. Visit Nothing But Cakes on the corner of Scottsdale Road and Frank Lloyd Wright. One word, Brian, yum.
Yum, right? Can't forget about Commercial Furniture Company. They provide furniture for your commercial interiors and related services. Check out Commercial Furniture Company. And then we've got Made to Move. Come work out with Jesse and crew at Made to Move, located on Scottsdale and Frank Lloyd Wright. That's Made to Move. Jesse in there has got everything you need from red light therapy to workouts. He will sit there and get you in shape. That player down is someone that we've called out several times today. That's Amari Mitchell, who had a great game last week, was having a great game this week as well. That's number 4, Amari Mitchell, but he is walking off under his own power. Doesn't look happy about it. Obviously,
he's in pain.
Obviously, this young man is playing at both sides tonight and putting it all out there in the field for Tolleson. So good job, Amari. Hopefully, we'll see you back on the field this game.
So we're lined up on the right hash mark of the Wolverines side of the field at about the 25. We've got tight ends in right now. We've got a big line for Pinnacle. In the backfield is Lugo, and 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. The handoff to Lugo. He flips it over to Jace Pena. Flea flicker. Big throw into the end zone, and it's caught, and it's taken into the end zone by Blake Denelli.
Yeah, that was a fun play for Wyatt. That's something he can put on his highlight reel. They're going to immediately go for 2 here, but had a 3-way flea flicker there, flick back to Wyatt, and then surprisingly the coverage maintained pretty good. Blake had a guy right on him, but went up and got that ball and got himself into the end zone.
We're all the way across the field. We're on the home side, and the visitors are on because we're in the press box, and I can see from here Bob Denelli over there with his bandana throwing up a bag of barbecue potato chips, and Lori smacking him saying, "Hey, I know that's our kid, but calm down."
Yeah, great night for Blake. That's his second touchdown of the night, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And again, I love tight ends and tight end players, and I'd love to see Pinnacle utilizing that position.
I love the Denellis and bandana Bob, as Karl Marx so eloquently put it.
Well, it looks like we've had another maybe a false start penalty on the offense here on special teams, and we're going to move it back. But Ryan Orzal with Alex Lugo holding is going to try this extra point.
Up and looks like it's good.
He's good at the long one, so Ryan Orzal puts it through, and that's going to make it with 16.2 seconds left. Pinnacle, your Pinnacle Pioneers 40, the Tolleson Wolverines 0. And
if you're watching Ryan, Brian, he looks like he's barefoot, but he's not. It's the color of his cleats, and I have to keep checking myself. Is he barefoot? He's not.
He's got some tan cleats on there.
Yeah, they're very flush tone, let's call them.
Yeah.
And a big thank you out to another sponsor again this year, Desert Center for Allergy and Chest Disease. If you're suffering from allergies or a chronic cough, tired of being tired, consult Desert Center for Allergy and Chest Disease, specializing in allergy, lungs, and sleep medicine. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, see Desert Center for Allergy and Chest Disease. Thank you again for being such a great sponsor for Pinnacle Pioneer Football.
Well, the Pinnacle Pioneers are playing tonight like they have fixed a lot of things that were going on last week in that game. Perhaps they went to Blue Sky Restoration because what do?
They fix broken things, Brian.
They simply fix broken things. That's what the read says, and that's how we're going to read it. Blue Sky Restoration, we fix broken things.
Here's your kick. It was a short one. It bounces at the 30-yard line. It might have been touched by a Wolverine, and I can't see, but the Wolverines have the ball. The man in black and white, the zebra over there, says we're going this way. And the Wolverines do have possession. 14.7 seconds left on the clock before we run into halftime and take a little break for these tired, weary, and hot Warriors out there.
That's right. Well, one of my favorites after a game or any time is barbecue. Foley Ranch, great barbecue, live country music and dancing, bringing a little country to the city. That's Foley Ranch. Go check them out.
Yeah. All right, the Wolverines set up 1 wide receiver right, 3 to the left, 1 setback, and the handoff is up the middle to the lone running back. He stumbles forward for about probably about 4 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Actually, the clock's going to run out, and we're going to go into halftime. Content with a 40-0 lead as we hit halftime. Brian, thoughts?
Wow. Big difference from last week. Obviously, we're playing a very different team than we played last week, but the Tolson Wolverines are a little depleted and getting more depleted as we go by, but Pinnacle is just firing on all cylinders on both sides of the ball. We've seen some great plays, interception by Caden Cresswell, great throws. Wyatt Horton is on target today. I think I'm most impressed with that change. Wyatt didn't play a bad game last week, but had some overthrows, a lot of pressure last week on him by the defensive line of La Cueva. This week he is on target, throwing between the numbers, throwing touchdowns, and he's excited to be out there. You can see the joy back in Wyatt's game.
Yeah, it's my comments are good news, bad news, and it's mostly good news. And that is you know what? In many games, you have 1 or 2 guys that just stand out, and you call their name all night. The name we're calling all night is Pinnacle Pioneer. It's the whole team. We've got a lot of great contributors, but the team as a whole is functioning as one solid unit. And the newest player Uncle Jeff with the checkbook.
That's
Thanks
right.
again.
That's $200 tonight from Uncle Jeff. We had a punt block and recovery for a touchdown by Dirty Dean Vincent.
Wait, let me get this right.
Sorry.
Dirty Dean Vincent.
That's right. And then we had a interception off a deflection by Caden Cresswell for a $200 donation. And again, we can't thank them enough. We're having fun with it tonight, but what a great thing to do to donate to the Pinnacle Pioneer program every time there is a interception or fumble recovery by the Pioneers. So
I really wish we could get Uncle Jeff here for a game. I
would be
really
great.
do.
That'd be great.
Preferably towards the latter part of the season when we start
him up
hitting
here
the
in the
tough
box
part of
with
the
us and
schedule.
have him make a couple calls, do a little interview.
We'll put the headset on for a few minutes and let Uncle Jeff take over for a minute.
That's right. Well, let's get through a couple more of our fine sponsors here. Then we're going to give you a break while we take a break. How about Diamond West Construction? From blueprint to build out, precision, expertise, and partnership at every step. That's Diamond West Construction.
You know what? I love Spine Fit. And Spine Fit is proud to maintain athletes' top physical condition, relieve pain, and restore wellness. We're Spine Fit Chiropractic, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football again this year.
Huntington Learning Centers. Huntington offers online tutoring, ACT and SAT test prep, as well as K through 12 tutoring in our convenient Pinnacle Peak location. Check out Huntington Learning Centers. I want to talk about this last sponsor we're going to read here. You read it last week. Tropical snow from the 40th and Bell, tropical snow, making it snow year round. I need to check these guys out and see what they do.
You know a snow cone, right?
Oh, I know. I'm familiar.
I even at my advanced age, I love snow cones. So tropical snow speaks to my heart. And you know what, Brian? I don't know about you, but I need to take a quick break.
Yep.
For a couple of reasons, we're not going to discuss them on the air. But listen, we couldn't be more pleased with where we are right now at this game. Brian and I are both smiling. A little different smile than we had last week. Was a nervous smile. This week is a very comfortable and relaxed smile. The coaching staff at the Pinnacle right now on both sides of the ball is doing a great job of some great call plays. They're getting a lot of mixture of players in there, different formations that we haven't seen a lot of, but we're seeing tonight, which is really, really nice. And you know what? Carlos Rios, our cameraman, is doing a great job up on the roof. We love having him up there with these shots.
Carlos just walked through and we gave him a little fist pound because he's up top tonight. We're in an air-conditioned booth tonight, which is very nice.
Yeah.
Carlos is out in the 100-plus degree heat, so thank you, Carlos Rios, for all you're doing. Also, thank you, of course, to our producer and all-around good guy, Carl Marks. And assisting Carl tonight is the father of Brady Boquist. That's Tim Boquist. So thank you to our production team. Andy, thank you for helping me out here through this great first half. We've got a few people playing drinking games at home with Dirty Dean Vincent, and hopefully we'll get more of that in the second half, although I feel like we're probably going to get some new names in the game in the second half.
I do. I hope so. But let's just take a quick breather here. You folks at home, don't go too far. Get your popcorn, get your chips, go to the bathroom, come right back. We'll meet you here in just a couple of minutes. Don't take more than about 12 minutes because that's how much time we have left in half. We're taking a break right now. We'll see you soon. And we are back. I'm Andy Polito, and sitting alongside here with me is Brian Beeler. And we were just kind of enjoying a relaxed halftime, which isn't common for us at one of these games because they're usually so tight or highly contested that we're biting our nails. But tonight, I got to say, it's a little more relaxed at 40-0 as we wind down our halftime. Brian, give me your thoughts. What are your thoughts of this first half?
Yeah, I mean, amazing performance on both sides of the ball by the Pinnacle Pioneers. A great, I don't want to call it a turnaround last week, because again, I think they played well and there were a lot of positives from last week, but it's great to see their hard work and efforts paying off in such a great performance here. One of the biggest performances I'm seeing, I know there's a lot of standout players here, but we need Wyatt Horton to perform, and he is pulling through tonight, just hitting the receivers right between the numbers, rolling out. He's run very little. He's making the choice to get the ball downfield. And much like last year, he's having his way here with the Tolson defense and getting the ball downfield, and some great plays by the receivers. We've had a couple great plays on special teams and offense. Dean Vincent with a punt block and return for a touchdown. I'm sorry, Dirty Dean Vincent with a punt block and return for touchdown. And then Caden Cresswell with a deflected interception, number 33, right around the 50-yard line in the middle of the second quarter. So a couple good plays. We're after this quarterback. This Tolson team is fighting hard, but they are depleted on offense for sure, losing a quarterback and a couple running backs now. Number 4, one of their primary guys that's filling in, has just got hurt at the end of the half. So we'll see if we see him come back. This is a good chance, I think, now, Andy, to see what our second string and some of our JV players that are coming up can do. Let's get Wyatt some rest maybe and see. I know we're going to see some Drew Varsano here, and we'll see who else we see come in the game.
Yeah. Yes, just let me say yes. I don't need to add anything to what you said because it's very accurate, and you echo my sentiments almost to a T. I wouldn't mind seeing Wyatt take a little breather. Enjoy the 40 points that he and the crew, put up on the first half, and see a little bit of Drew Varsano. I think that might be just what the doctor ordered. But in any event, the Pinnacle Pioneers are setting up, and we're going to get ready to receive the opening kickoff from the second half. The Tolleson Wolverines are now getting onto the field, getting ready to tee the ball up. What we have right now on special teams is Miles Stepney waiting at about the 3-yard line, and alongside of him, it looks like I'm trying to see the numbers. That's not Gavin Hammond, right? Who is that? Is that Pinder?
I can't see the number from here. He's kind of facing away from us.
Is it Postel?
Doesn't look tall enough to be.
It might be Postel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Carl, can you see who that second man is there over here on the near sideline, waiting back there? Is that Frankie Lopez? It's 20 something, 21 maybe? Is that Braden Frick?
No, Tolson is now kicking off.
Throws the ball.
Decent kick.
Is it 20 or 21?
It looks like 21, and
that's
he's doing
Braden
Frick. Great job getting the ball up the field.
No, it's 17. That's Deuce Postel. He gets the ball at the 5. He is rushing all the way to the right side. He's at the 25, 30, 35, 40. Cuts back to the left side of the field, the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, out of bounds at the 40-yard line for the Wolverines.
Yeah, great job by Deuce, as you see here on the screen, breaking it over to the left side of the field, running all the way across and getting it up the field. And folks, just so you know, we get paid very good money to not know the number of our players on the field, so don't fret. We are compensated very well for this. I got a Diet Coke,
and I have to tell you, last week we even forgot our own names, so it's okay.
Yeah,
we show no discrimination. We forget everything, but here we are starting the second half. And
looks like Drew Varsano to me in the game.
It is Drew Varsano in at quarterback, out of the shotgun. Here's the snap, avoids the rush, blows it, passes it off, and he hits number 80 in the flat there.
Oh,
That's
my goodness.
Tyson Muniz.
The flag was thrown. Tyson hit, hit the defender pretty fairly as he was coming towards him.
Wait, Tyson was the ball carrier.
Right.
And they're going to flag him for...
I'm not sure. I'm hoping that's not what was called. And Pinnacle is walking back like they are.
It's a hold. All right, and the production team says, "Hey guys, that's a hold."
It's a strange place to get the holding call because it looked like the flag came in from way back in the backfield. But we're gonna.
Yeah, Brian, let's be accurate. That flag came in from the parking lot. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Listen, they're just going to fly by. And speaking of Flyby is known for its irresistible Detroit-style square pan, hand-tossed pizza, crispy chicken, and lip-smacking goodness. Fly into Flyby, Desert Ridge, and see for yourself. Flyby, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football.
Varsano hands it off. That looks like Gavin Hammond again, and he's going to run down the field.
Gavin Hammond breaks it. 20, 25, 20, 15, 10. Yeah, he's just inside of the 5 to about the 3-yard line where he's brought down.
Yeah, Gavin Hammond is having himself a night running the football.
2 nights. Yeah, last week was very good, too. This is even better.
I'm excited to see. We don't get live real-time stats or anything, but I'm excited to take a look at Max Preps or your favorite website and see some of the stats from this game on offense.
Out of the shotgun, Varsano, wide receivers left and right. The handoff goes right up the middle to your man, Xavier Valdiva.
That's another Pinnacle Pioneer touchdown that's going to bring the score to 46-0 with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left and the clock running here in the third quarter. Let's talk a little bit about Drew Varsano, the quarterback that's in. He was the starting JV quarterback last year as a sophomore. He is now the backup to our man Wyatt Horton. Watched a lot of Drew Varsano last year, and the thing I can tell you about him is poise. Pressure situations, you're going to see Drew hang in there in the pocket, not panic, and make what I feel are pretty good choices. So he's a very serviceable, very good backup quarterback to have, and I wouldn't have a problem with Drew starting, God forbid, if something should happen to Wyatt. So we'll hope that doesn't happen, but Drew's going to lead us through the second half here, and we're in capable hands.
Listen, the point after attempt was good. We're happy with what we're seeing here out of Ryan Orzel, making up a little bit for the wet ball in the rain last week. So we had reasons why things were not going exactly where we wanted them. But here we are early in the second quarter, still 9 minutes and 30 seconds. A lot of football left to play here, folks. Don't leave. We got a lot of football. 47-0 though. Yeah. Your Pinnacle Pioneers leading the Tolleson Wolverines. And let me just give a real quick little thank you here to HMI Commercial Landscape. Small enough to care, large enough to meet your needs. HMI Commercial Landscape, another proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football.
Well, at 47-0, the Pioneers are doing a little bit of a flyby on Tolson tonight, and that brings up Flyby, known for its irresistible Detroit-style square pan, hand-tossed pizza, crispy chicken, and lip-smacking goodness. Fly in to Flyby at Desert Ridge to see for yourself.
So that Tolson runner fielded it. Yeah, and he takes a nice ball up the center, cuts back to the left to 20, 25, 30, out about the 35-yard line. Yeah. He gets hit by a Pinnacle Pioneer just as he stepped out of bounds, and that's going to draw some dirty laundry from the referee. We're going to get a personal foul there, and it's going to add another 15 yards to the end of that run.
That was number 49, Cash Silva there on special teams. Cash is a sophomore, probably coming up from our JV team maybe, but that's the one thing you do see when you start to bring in some of the second string and lower players. They're trying to be aggressive out there. They're trying to earn a spot, and you want to see that. We just got to maintain the integrity of the game and make sure that we're not taking what could be seen as cheap shots, but that was just an honest try to play there by Cash.
Hey, a long distance shout out to Michael Sanchez, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Yeehaw. His little man Kaleo couldn't stay up. He's a little tired right now. We were going to talk about Disneyland Tokyo tonight, but we're not going to get to that because Kaleo wants to go there and check it out. But Michael Sanchez, hey, thanks for being here. And yeah, we're watching Tolleson Varsity play football here tonight, and it's a nice contest. Thanks for being with us, Michael.
Braden Frick with a great tackle in the backfield there on number 22 for the Wolverines. That was Anthony Scott Jr. on the carry. Number 19, Aiden Vasquez still in at quarterback, but that was a 2-yard loss, and Braden chased him down from behind and twisted him down. Great play.
Second and 12, Tolson comes out. We've got 4 down linemen, and we've got an extra man up on the line. Actually, 2. We might see a blitz here. They crowded it up, and they do. They got in there quick. That was number 7, Frankie Lopez, and with him was that number 35 with him. Did you guys see that? Was Ryan Chitwood in there on that? I couldn't.
Yep, that was 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan Chitwood in there, and you know what? His dad, Mr. Chitwood, Matt Chitwood. I'm sure he's proud over there, and him and his mom, him and his wife, watching their son out there get in there and get an assist on a sack or a quick
Ryan Chitwood,
tackle.
a really strong player. Excited to see what he does the next couple years. That's going out 3rd and 16 for Tolson Wolverines.
Out of the shotgun, here's the snap. And there's the pass, and
what a great play
there's a flag.
Oh,
yeah,
my goodness.
That was Pinder, and that was that Pinder?
It was number 20, Xavier Sanders.
That was not. I mean, he was not early in what I could see, but you know what? The officials do the best they can.
Yeah.
We don't want to call this charity in a 47-0, contest, but.
That was certainly an aggressive play by Xavier, but it looked like he timed it perfectly from our vantage point. Got in there, got a hand in there, and came right over the receiver. Referees definitely have a better view than us, but hard to see the penalty there. Great play from what we saw.
Well, it gives the Wolverines a first down at the 41-yard line of Pinnacle. And listen, that's okay. The defense has held up like no other defense tonight. And I'm not worried that they're going to continue to hold up. Do we have a different quarterback in there now, Brian? I don't have my sheet.
Early at the start of the second half.
Okay, and this guy was throwing lefty. He was a southpaw. So, and there it is. Yeah, he throws it. It is caught by number 2 right at the first down marker, and he's got 4 Pinnacle Pioneers draped on him. It's on the opposite side of the field, so I'm having a hard time reading numbers from here, but it was a group effort, but they did not bring him down until after he picked up about 10 yards.
Yeah, interesting there. I'm noticing something a little different in the Pinnacle defense here. We are definitely going for the strips. I saw a couple players go in there and try to get that ball out while the player was running. That could be interesting news for Uncle Jeff, but also could be good news for Tolleson. It might give him a few more yards on plays if people were not trying to tackle him or trying to get the ball out.
3 wide receivers to the left for Tolleson, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield. The handoff goes to the single man, and he comes into the waiting and loving arms of Dirty D. Vincent. He meets him right at the line of scrimmage and says, "Hey, if you don't know me, I'm Dirty Dean Vincent. Welcome to the Pinnacle side of the ball."
If we say it together in unison, does Mrs. Sage have to partake twice? Or
is that 2 shots, Mrs. Sage? Send me a text and let's see what you think.
That's right. Coming up in 5 minutes left here in the third quarter.
And I'm sure she's shooting Capri Sun just for all you listeners out there.
Maybe a little Gatorade. It's a hot night.
2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, man into block, 1 setback. Out of the shotgun, here's the snap. And here comes an all-out blitz. He gets the ball, hits his man right in the hands. He says, "Hey, I didn't mean to hit you in the hands." Couldn't hold it, and I think it's because he heard 3 thundering footsteps coming from the Pinnacle Pioneer defense. That
was one of the larger cases of alligator arms I've seen in a while. He felt the pressure there, the receiver did, and he reached out for the ball with his little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms and tried to catch that, but did not. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. Ball is sitting, Tolson has the ball on the Pinnacle Pioneer 29-yard line.
Okay, listen, Mrs. Sage just chimed in. She tells us there are about 20 shots in. Definitely doubles when you say it in surround sound. So here's the snap out of the shotgun. Ooh, got a hand on him. I think that was Dirty Gene Vincent. Anyway, number 19 slides at the 25-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 5. But listen, Brian, in unison on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dirty Dean Vincent. That's a double shot for Mrs. Sage. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Capri Sun for everyone.
Have a fun Saturday with that one. So good choice there by number 19, the quarterback for Tolson. He got past the line of scrimmage and slid down. No use, as they're short on quarterbacks as it is, no use in him getting hurt. That's going to bring up, though, 4th down and what looks to be about 8 yards from the Pinnacle 26-yard line, excuse me.
Out of the shotgun, we got 3 wide receivers for Tolson on the left side, 1 to the right. Here comes the snap. Oh, we got a timeout. Looks like Tolleson wants to. The coach is angry. He's waving his hand. The sweat.
Something about that formation wasn't looking good. And again, if you haven't joined us, Tolleson is short on quarterbacks. Their quarterback, Johnny Rogers, got hurt, broke a hand last week against Mountain Ridge in a loss. We've got Aiden Vasquez, who's a sophomore quarterback, listed at 5'8", 155. He's getting them down the field. They actually started out the first drive, if you remember the game. Running all over the Pinnacle defense and got down to inside the 1 yard line, where Pinnacle put on a epic goal line stand to get the ball back, and then drove it right back all the way down to score their first touchdown. And it's been Pinnacle all the way since then at 47-0.
Hey, Brian, I just got a text from Mrs. Sage again. I think she's conceded. She says you win. So she's given in to the excessive use of Capri Sun on a Friday night, and we appreciate you being with us. We also appreciate Keegan Builders for sponsoring Pinnacle Pioneer Football. Expert management for all your commercial construction needs. Keegan Builders. Out of the shotgun, up Dirty Dean from behind. He was all over him like a cheap suit. And, Dean's walking back with his chest puffed out. He looks like a ninja on Adderall on that one. And he's doing a great job in there. Really wrapped him up.
Yeah, Brady Boquist and Ian Garcia looked like also in there with Dirty Dean, but Dirty Dean chased him down from behind and really got that quarterback. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pinnacle Pioneers. That's technically a turnover
on downs. I don't know. We're going to let Uncle Jeffy do that. It's not really $100. We're not even going to ask you for that one, Jeff. You've been so gracious. We're going to let you slide on that because it wasn't really a turnover. But working out of the shotgun is Varsano. He fakes the handoff, looks right, throws right to the man right at the line of scrimmage. That's number 10. He breaks the tackle, gets up to the 40-yard line.
Our friend, Charlie Tabor with the reception.
I was talking to Charlie at practice on Wednesday night, and Charlie was just saying, man, just get me the ball. Let me make a few plays. And guess what? Charlie Tabor just made himself a fine little dandy play.
For a first down.
Again, the snap to Varsano. That's a quick handoff, and it looks like Stephanie got the ball there.
Yeah, that's Miles Stephanie with about a 5-yard gain up to about right at the 50-yard line. Good solid run there.
Yeah. We're going to see the referee is going to set that ball right, the nose of the ball right on the equator at the 50-yard line.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Drew Varsano doing a great job. Drew Varsano actually lined up out on the left side. We've got a direct snap to someone, can't see who that is. That might be Deuce Postel, number 17.
It is. It's Deuce Postel.
That's 18, actually.
Here's the snap to, that goes to hand it off to Deuce. Deuce gets up to the 45-40 down to the 35-yard line. That was 47?
I had the numbers confused there. Number 18
My bad.
is
that
Drew
was Miles
Varsano.
Stephanie with the run there. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
Again, we get paid well to make these mistakes, so just hang with us. Coming up on 1 minute left here in the third quarter.
This is a contract negotiation off-season for us, isn't it?
You're right, I forgot.
Okay, again, out of the shotgun, Varsano. 3 wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Got a slot man in there on both sides of the ball.
Get a chance to air one
Here's your step. He's going to go right up the middle. Oh, come on. There it is. That's not a bad. That's a nice throw. Dump off there to Jack Bridgeford.
Fan favorite Jack Bridgeford with a reception, number 13.
Hey, Papa John's over there on the sideline. No, he's jumping up and down, spilling popcorn everywhere. But nice catch by Bridgeford. Nice throw, too, by Varsano. Good pickup for a first down. We're now at the Tolleson 24-yard line where it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, Jack's been a part of this program for many years, all 4 years, and has always been a contributor, good kid, and glad to see him get some receptions here.
Again, snap to Varsano, handoff, and that goes straight up the middle. And number 47, your man, Miles Stepney, is going to take that straight to the house for 6 points, bring us to 53-0 as we wait for the point after attempt from Orzal.
Yeah, good to see some of these guys getting some action and some major yards tonight for Miles Stepney. We've been talking about our man.
Yes, our man.
Gavin, sorry for this pause there. Talking about our man Gavin Hammond all night, but Miles Stephanie is starting to put up some numbers as well. That is another conversion for Ryan Orzal. That's going to bring the score to 53-0 with 11.7 seconds left here in the 54-0, excuse me. 11.7 seconds left here in the third quarter. This is the time where the pro broadcasters start telling goofy stories of times past when they played football.
Oh, yeah.
We got a few more sponsors to get through, like Maintenance Solutions, maintaining a healthy workplace, providing quality products for the maintenance professional. That's Maintenance Solutions.
Clayco, you know what? Clayco, they're the art and science of building, the constructors at Clayco. Thank you for your proud sponsorship of this Pinnacle Pioneer football program again this year.
Nautical Bowls in Desert Ridge. Our superfood bowls are a complete meal that satisfies hunger while making you feel great. Check out Nautical Bowls at Desert Ridge.
And who can forget Culver's? Culver's Frozen Custard at the corner of Cave Creek Road and Rose Garden. Welcome to delicious. Culver's, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer football. Here we go, Orzol with the kickoff, and it is a high one, and it's a little bit short. Going to bounce it to 15, going to be whistled dead. Not sure what this one is, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have to kick this again.
So Ryan, last year on the JV team, reminded me a lot of Cooper King because he was putting almost every ball in or through the end zone. Not doing that as much this year, and I'm not sure if that's a strategy on part of the Pinnacle Pioneers or if Ryan is just maybe just not getting it as far right now as he wants to, or maybe even a little injured. So we'll look into that. But I do know he's capable of putting him right through the end zone and almost kicking field goals from the kickoff.
I tell you, if he puts this one in the end zone, I'm going to buy that kid a Coke after this game. Right. This is going to be a long one. They backed up to the 35-yard line where they're going to kick again. Orzol is, that is. And here comes the kick. It is up, and it is a little bit of a squib up the middle, fielded about the 29-yard line by the Wolverines. He's brought down quickly by, I believe that was number 35. Was that Ryan Chitwood on that?
Yep.
Yeah, nice job, Chitty. Ryan Chitwood, proud Papa Matt's over there, I'm sure, clapping to his hands are red. Nice play by Rhino.
Ryan Chitwood staying in the game, and we do have a lot of new faces in the game, so we'll try to call those out so you know who's playing here.
I'd like to see this. Looks like we had another penalty, and that's going.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's going against the Pinnacle Pioneers again. That looks like a 15-yard variety. If I didn't know better, I'd see the referee was running to the end zone right now.
Well, actually, I think we just got the end of the quarter, so maybe we didn't get a penalty there.
Thank God.
Yeah, so that does bring us to the end of the third quarter. Pinnacle Pioneers leading 54-0 over the Tolleson Wolverines. Fourth quarter is going to start with a 1st and 10 for Tolleson on their own 35-yard line, and we're going to try to get you some names of some of these young men that are in there now. I see J.I. Ewing, number 2, at cornerback, and of course Braden Frick at number 21, who's had some calls already tonight. Number 7, Frankie Lopez in there at linebacker, along with Carson Kimberly on the other side.
Listen, the front line has changed a little bit. Rylan Krall is in there. Ian Fulmer, Austin Semenko. These guys are out there putting up a nice defensive stand where they got the lumber here on the defensive line right now for Pinnacle.
That's right. Ryan Chitwood remains on the field. If I'm not mistaken, that might be Caden Cresswell out there in the other safety position, number 33. Nope, that's not him. That is Carson Kimberly.
Braden Frick is here close to us on this side.
I do see Caden Cresswell out there playing as well, number 33, and he had an interception earlier in the game.
Yep. They're doing something here. Why they do that? I want to talk about Papa John's because I'm getting hungry. Enjoy the ease of ordering delicious pizza for your delivery or carry out from Papa John's near you. Any Papa John's will do. Papa John's, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer Football. Here's the snap, and they get in there deep, and we've got great penetration by a couple of the guys out there on Pinnacle. The leader of that pack was Reed Klecka, and he stops the guy, and the whistle is blown at forward progress.
Yeah, great play there by Reed Klecka, just getting the penetration and stopping that running back. That got blown down about 5 yards back, and that's it. Looks like I think with a delay there was a clock problem, actually.
Got another flag on Pinnacle. They're going to march off 15 yards. It's the big one. That's going to give the Wolverines a first down. Unfortunately.
Yeah, racing a really good play by Reed Klecka. Not sure, again, what the penalty, but it was a personal foul of some sort. unfortunate. And again, you know, you get players in there trying to make a difference, and you do see this sometimes. And that's an offsides by the defense there. Jumped on a couple of sides.
Yeah, it was definitely offside. I don't think anybody moved on the offensive line for the Wolverines. Listen, we don't want to get sloppy here at the end of the game. I mean, you're up by 54 points, but still, let's maintain composure and poise, and you know, let's finish this game out in high fashion.
Yeah, with class. Unlike what we saw a little bit last week.
I don't even want to talk about it. It was so ugly. Yeah. All right, here they are working out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers split left, 1 to the right. Handoff is underneath to number 1. He's touched in the backfield, but not brought down. He moves forward for about 1 yard. It was a 1st and 5. It's now going to be a 2nd and 4 for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Rylan Call, got a hand on him, number 99, got a hand on him in the backfield, almost brought him down for a loss, but it was a little bit of a gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4. We have just coming up on 10 minutes left here in the game.
Hey, and the good news, if you guys are wondering at home, the air conditioner just kicked on again, and it's feeling really good in here. It's not a microwave like you might think, but we're still over 100 degrees as we near 9 o'clock p.m. here in the Valley of the Sun.
We do have to thank Tolleson for providing us this nice hospitality in the press booth here. That's going to run for almost a first down there. Last year I was here doing the JV game. We were up on the top of the stands across the way, and a dust storm rolled in. It was not a happy place to be. This is much nicer, and we are being spoiled tonight here in the air-conditioned press booth.
Yes, we are. Was that Ryan Call again, you guys? Nope. Well, the Pinnacle Pioneers are now settling down a little bit. They got a 3rd and 1, but you can bet this is 4-down territory the rest of the game for the Tolleson Wolverines. I don't think they'll be punting the ball anymore. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield to help out. Here's the snap. The handoff is to the right. He pushes to the right, but he's brought down very, very quickly by Frankie Lopez.
Yeah, Frankie Lopez got into the backfield, and that is not going to be a first down. That's going to bring up 4th. Might even be a little bit of a loss there. They're moving the yardstick back 1 yard, so it's going to bring up 4th and 2.
Hey, listen, hats off to Frankie, man. He looked like he was shot out of a gun, and nothing was going to stop him from that tackle.
Yeah,
nice job.
Yeah, very quick. Have great play, and we've called out Frankie's name a few times tonight throughout the game, not just right now.
Yep. We got it going on. Frankie back up to the line is Tolleson. Lineman down. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. You got a man in the back to block. Out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. Looks left, throws left, and
That's
right over the middle.
There by Caden Cresswell.
And another flag. How does that flag come in? Honestly, that thing came from I-10. It was so far out of there.
Oh,
And there's a referee right on top of it, and this thing comes in from somewhere. I don't even know where it came from.
I thought Caden Cresswell made a great play coming in over the top right as the ball got there. Really good play. Deflected that ball. It would look like an incompletion, but they are going to call a
It's
penalty.
okay.
Yep.
Charity begins at home. We're okay.
That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Tolleson. They are going to be on the Pinnacle Pioneer 27-yard line. We got about 8 minutes left here in the game, 4th quarter.
All right, once again out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. We've got tight ends in to block. Here's the snap, looks left, throws left, quick. The ball is caught. It's caught at the 20-yard line, but that's still going to leave him about 5 yards for a 4th down on 2nd here.
Yeah, that was number 2, Rico Blassingame on the reception there. He had a great week or the top week receiving for Tolleson last week. Good to call his name out again.
You know what? And a nice job there all the way across the field with the Pinnacle Spirit Line and cheerleaders. Nice job what you gals are doing. They work almost as hard as these football players do. Some might argue they work just as hard.
Right, they are athletes, that's for sure.
And listen, they're not just at football. They're at basketball. They're at soccer. They're at lacrosse. I even think I saw them at a chess club cheering. So these gals are out there all the time. Here's the handoff right up the middle. He's met by a couple people, falls forward for about 2 yards. Still going to bring up about a 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
They're going out of what might be a hurry-up offense.
You probably won't see it on the screen too much tonight, but we do have a pretty good crowd here from Pinnacle as well. Nice of everybody to show up. Thank you guys for showing, and probably about as many people are over here as are over here on the Tolleson sideline. So
yeah, I'm told we had 38,000 viewers on the Pinnacle. I'm sorry, that was 38 viewers.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it was a typo. But we appreciate every last one. one of you, and I know it was more than 38. Carl's laughing at me. We appreciate you guys spending your evening with us. Tonight was 165. We're a little less than half of what we had last week, but we appreciate your loyalty and the fact that you like to tune in and listen to these two clowns up here on the microphone. That's Andy and Brian for you tonight.
That's going to be a timeout for Tolson as they get ready to go for 3rd and 4 from about the 21-yard line of Pinnacle. And while we're on a break, let's get through some of our great Pinnacle Pioneer sponsors for the 2024 season. How about Arena Sports Grill, proud sponsors of Pinnacle football again. Arena Sports Grill is Scottsdale's neighborhood grill since 2003, located at 63rd and Bell. Arena Sports Grill.
And listen, Brian, I'm not even joking when they say this. I know where I'm headed after this, and that's up to In-N-Out Burger at Desert Ridge. It's Friday. It's football's Friday night spot. It's our local burger joint at Desert Ridge Marketplace. Quality you can taste where quality counts. I think I'm going to do 2 double-doubles and an order of fries. I'm thinking animal-style fries, but I'm not 100% sure.
Double-doubles.
Cannot wait to get there.
You're the man.
It's well, I wear these loose shirts, so you can't tell just how much of a man I am. And there's the handoff. It goes over the right. The kid breaks into the secondary, and he gets down to about the 15-yard line, and that will be enough for a first down.
Good stop there by Braden Frick. He held his ground and got that tackler down, but not before he got a few yards.
Are you freaking kidding me? Braden Frick was on that one. I love calling out the Frick name, and I don't freaking know why. But nice job out there, Braden. All right, Tolleson again back into the huddle. I don't know. I think this kid should be throwing it here. Chances are he's going to run it. Pinnacle Pioneers with 4 down linemen. They got 2 men loading up the box there from the linebacker position of 4 defensive backs. Here's the throw to the left, the right side of the field, and that thing is defended very nicely.
No penalty on that one. Again,
good job.
Got there right as the ball got there, put his hand in there and knocked it down. I love to see this. This isn't necessarily, Andy, our starting defense. We do have a couple of starters out there, but they are going up against a starting offense, and this is great experience for these guys, especially at the end of the game. A little bit of approaching a goal line stand, testing their mettle and getting that experience. This is good to see.
Spread offense, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap, empty backfield, looks left, looks right, and he gets brought down by, it's a duo, number 90 and number 77. So we had Austin Semenko in there, and we had Brady Boquist actually on the sack.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to get there, but they did have a flag down.
Carl's waving at me with a face mask.
Yeah, Austin got in there a little late, but I don't think that's what they're calling. It looks like we might have had a face mask.
And he's going to march off. It's going to be half the distance because it's less than 30 yards. It's typically a 15-yarder, so they're down to about the 8-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10 with just under 5 minutes left on the clock. The Pinnacle Pioneers are clinging to a 54-0 lead right now. Backs against the wall. Here's the snap. It's fumbled. They've got a lot of Pioneers on it. I think we came up with that one. The man in black and white agrees with me. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Another one. Listen, if I'm not mistaken, Uncle Jeffy's going to be pulling out the checkbook again. That's another turnover for Pinnacle Pioneer football.
I don't want to call it incorrectly, but I saw Aiden Ramos, number 30, and there might have gotten that ball. It's 4:44 left in this game. Pinnacle Pioneers up 54-0, and that 42 is the call on the recovery, and that is Terrence Hobson. Great job there. This pretty much puts the nail in the coffin for Tolleson tonight.
Drew Varsano back in at quarterback, 1 man behind him. It's a handoff to that gentleman, and that looks it looks like Lugo, but I don't know if it is. Nope, is that 27 that we saw in there?
27, Cooper Konoposki.
Nice job, Cooper. Good run. I'm not going to attempt the last name, Konoposki, but you know what? It's like I attempted it. I hope I got it right. Again, working out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We got a tight end in there to do a little blocking. 1 man in the backfield. Here's the snap. The handoff goes straight up the middle again to Cooper Konoposki. He's over the 25-yard line to about the 27, and that will be enough for a Pinnacle Pioneer first down. I hate to say this because I sound stupid, but 1st and 10. Let's do it again.
That's right. So you can hear the band right in front of us banging the drums. They're like, let Drew throw. Let Drew throw. Love to see Drew air one out here. Just get a little air under his arm there. Under 4 minutes left. 4:44 left in the game here.
It's a keeper. Varsano to the left. Gets to the 30, 33, 34-yard line, 35, almost to the 36. That should be a second down and about 1 to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a designed quarterback draw there or a muffed handoff, but either way, Drew made the most of it, got about 7 yards on the play.
Again, out of the shotgun, Varsano hand off to the man out of the backfield. We have a flag down, but number 43, Brandon Morgan, is putting the heat with the Brandon Morgan Lumber Company up the right side. Nice, nifty little run. That flag looks like it might be in the area of a hold.
Yeah, Drew Varsano.
Nope, it's a false start on Pinnacle.
Yeah. Drew
5
Varsano
yards.
still hanging out right around the line of scrimmage. He knows what's going on. Nothing's funny about these penalties, but you know what is funny? Rick Bronson's House of Comedy, our neighborhood home for fun. Visit City North's High Street to drink, dine, and laugh. That's Rick Bronson's House of Comedy.
And you know what? There's a group of people out there for a company called Upper Crust Pizza. They've been feeding the Pinnacle Pioneer football team since all the way back in 2010. That's
right.
14 years of fine tasting pizza. Thanks, Upper Crust, proud sponsor of Pinnacle Pioneer football. Drew Varsano calls his own number, takes a little spin, a little juke here, a little juke there. He's up for what looks like it will be a first down.
And remember, everybody, you can find all of our sponsors if you visit pinnaclefootball.com to view the sponsor page. If you heard anything that piqued your interest tonight, like our primary sponsor and our favorite, of course, Liberty GMC. Liberty GMC offers your Pioneer parents a discount if you come in. Let them know. They will provide you service that you trust.
Here's a handoff again. Drew Varsano puts the ball in the capable hands. It looks like, was that Cooper Konopatski? Awesome. 27, Cooper Konopatski with the ball. He makes a nifty little move, gets up to what looks like about 8 yards. He should be a second down and 2, maybe a second and 1.
Yep, just under 2 minutes left in the game.
2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I'm glad he backed up because he was offsides. We got 1 man in the backfield as a block. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. That goes to number 29 over the right side for Tayshawn Taylor. And he is up to the 45-40, out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Tayshawn can be explosive. We saw him a little bit last year. Was a little injured, I think, last year, but Tayshawn is an explosive player. Always fun to see the ball in his hands.
You know, we're starting to see a little bit of frustration on the Wolverines, and rightfully so, but I got to say this. They're still staying poised, and they're not doing, frustrating things on the field whenever you get down on yourself. So hats off to the Wolverines there for maintaining their composure in this game. Here's a handoff again to Tayshawn. He bounces out the front line. He is pulled down by number 27 of the Wolverines. And good. We got all the Wolverines up. Everybody's healthy. It looks like we're going to come up with a, second down and 8.
We got under a minute left. The clock ticking right around 50 seconds left in the game. Drew Varsano still our quarterback. Like Cooper Konopatski might be in the backfield with him.
All right, 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. It goes to the Cooper Konopatski, and he's up over the 30 to about the 26-yard line.
Good quick run there. Really hit the line of scrimmage quick and got through there for that first down. And we're down to almost 20 seconds left. This might be the last play. No reason really to run another one.
I think it is the last play.
Yeah, we didn't let Drew throw, but that's okay. It was still a good performance of Drew coming in there and cleaning up this game.
Yep. Yeah. Listen, Drew is going to be the heir apparent when Wyatt Horton moves on to the Idaho Bengals. And this is going to be his football team next year, so give him a little bit of playing time. Brian Beeler, great job tonight by the entire Pinnacle football team, including all the staff, all the people here in the booth, our cameraman up on the roof, Mr. Rios, and we got Karl Marx and team here with us. The teams right now are meeting out at midfield to congratulate each other. It's a completely different scene than what we saw last week. It's two professional organizations that looks like doing it. But listen, the clock has expired on the talk. We're still on the clock. We're still, edging up towards 9:30 in the evening, and it's a 54-0 victory for the Pinnacle Pioneers. A nice bounce back from last week. Something to build on for our game next week. Brian, what are your closing thoughts?
Yeah, I think we saw exactly what we needed to see coming in this game. We knew this was an opportunity for Pinnacle to get back on track, for Wyatt Horton to get his game rolling, and that's exactly what happened. It's easy to lose some of the great things that happen in such a blowout, but we had some great performances tonight. I'm very proud of Wyatt for bouncing back and being so strong tonight. You could really see the joy and the excitement in his game and his throwing tonight. Yeah. Again, Dean Vincent, dirty Dean Vincent, great performance. I think he had a sack or two. He had a punt, block, and recovery for a touchdown. Caden Cresswell with an interception. All around, this is exactly what we needed to do, bouncing back from that loss last week.
Yeah, and listen, Dean Vincent and everybody like him, but right now I want to call out Dean again. Even if he's not the man on the play, you always got to know where he's at and what he's doing on the field, because he will wreck you if you're not careful. So, I guess you know what, Ryan. That's it. We're gonna be back in the saddle again next week. I can't remember who our opponent is next week. Is it Corona del Sol?
We're away game.
We're
at Del Sol
on the
next
road
week.
again. Yeah. So
Next
that's
Friday at 7:00. We'll be right back here in the booth, and
hopefully the weather will dip down into the upper 90s.
I doubt that we're going to be air conditioning in luxury next week, but we will be there, and we will be happy to see our Pinnacle Pioneers go after the Del Sol team.
Karl Marx just tapped me on the shoulder, and he's offered to bring people to wave fans at us, so we're happy to hear that.
Nice.
I'm pleased to hear that. But listen, all joking aside, the Pinnacle Pioneers go into their quick little formation at the end of the game. I think a lot of the fans stay to watch the discipline that Coach Zupke and his staff have with these kids. They're going to relish a 54-0 victory over the Wolverines. They're going to practice hard again this week. They're going to prepare for Corona del Sol, and we're going to see everybody out there again. Those of you who tuned in at home, thank you. We appreciate having you here, and love the fact that you want to spend your Friday night with us. On behalf of Brian Beeler, this is Andy Polito, Pinnacle Pioneer Broadcast, signing off for another successful week. We'll see you all back here next week.